Good evening, everybody watching at home. It's Thursday night. It's not the TCR for a change, but something just a touch more important. It's Super Speed once again on the microphone for the Amigos racing team, and it is possibly our biggest event to date. I'm very proud to be hosting and very pleased to be a part of it. It is our Race Against Cancer charity fundraiser. You're going to join me in the booth tonight, at least starting off with the guys that it's all in honour of. That will be ART Langster, known as Phil, and ART Elite Digits, known as Chris. Langston, Elite, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, hello Squid, how you doing, mate? Not too bad, thank you, mate. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How about you, Elite? Are you there?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm here. As I said earlier, I've just had my third infusion, so not feeling great. But I didn't want to miss this because, like you said, there's been such a response to it. I'm just blown away, and I know Phil is as well. So I wanted to make sure I could be part of it in some form or not.
Well, of course, I'd feel. I was going to turn it off because that's a lot of loud music there. I feel absolutely horrible if you guys could be involved, at least to kick things off with me. And I think most importantly, is there anything you guys want to share or talk about your journey? Because I think above all else, awareness, as you've said to me earlier today, is probably the most important thing we can get out of this.
Yeah, from my experience, it's just spotting signs and things. I mean, they believe that my tumour was potentially there for 10 years. And I kind of suffered in silence, and it was put down to other things, and I pushed and pushed, and eventually I had to go private, and then that's when I got diagnosed. So anyone that's it's just Google symptoms, your symptoms, and see what they come up with, and just keep pushing your GP and get tested. And the ratio is so high, one in two people will get cancer in their lifetime, and you can end up saving your life or someone else's if you get it early. If they catch cancer at stage 1, stage 2, then they can deal with it fairly easily. But when you start getting to 3 and 4, then it becomes a bit more of a problem. So just get checked out. I keep telling everyone. I've been telling the Tesco delivery driver and everyone, like, he was going, "Oh, I've had a bit of a stomach ache." I was like, "Get yourself checked out." just trying to make everyone a bit more aware about it, and get people talking about it instead of the horrible C word that no one wants to talk about. Just get talking about it, because it affects everyone. Everyone I've spoken to has had some effect or experience with it some way or another. So I think it's really important that we all talk about it.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story there, Elite. It does, it's really kind of get me in the feels a little bit already. I don't know, well up before we even get the event going, because that'll be exciting as well. I think that Langster, so you can give your piece as well. I know you're probably a different stage of your journey to Elite. You want to talk to us about your one? If you're not feeling it, I totally respect that.
Yeah, no, I'm more than happy to talk about it. Same as I echo exactly what Chris has just said about awareness and getting it checked, especially guys, because we all tend to just soldier on and just think it's nothing. Lucky for me, my wife's a nurse, and she told me to get checked out by the GP. I had a number of tests done over a number of months, and I got diagnosed, unfortunately, with quite a rare cancer that doesn't normally affect people my age. I'm only 35, and I'm half the average age for the person that would normally see this type of cancer that I have. And I don't meet any of the criteria, such as smoking or drinking. So yeah, it can happen. It really has opened my eyes that cancer can happen to anyone, and it takes no prisoners. I say I'm not as far into my journey as Elite is. I'm still waiting to start chemo and to have further surgery to hopefully try and remove it at some point this year. And yeah, I've got a long battle ahead, but I'm putting up a brave fight as possible for not just myself, my family and friends that have been so supportive, and everyone that's not even just involved with Amigos, but other communities as well, with the racing communities that are out there, have all been so supportive with and obviously trying to help spread the message. But obviously tonight's, it's not just about us, it is raising awareness and obviously raising donations for our chosen charity tonight, which is Cancer Research UK.
Fantastic. Well, thank you guys so much for sharing your story, and we hope to see you later in the stream at the end, once we get maybe hopefully a much sizable donation pot. I see Tom Roast in the chat. They're saying, "Let's have a good night, guys. We love you both." So we've really got some support in the chat. Let's hope we get some more later as well.
Yeah.
Can I just say, Screw, as well? I forgot to say earlier that if there's anyone in the community that or anyone watching this wants to talk to somebody about it, I'm more than happy to talk to anyone about it. Some people like to keep it to themselves, but I'm more than happy to talk to anyone. If anyone's got any worries or anything about it, or they're going for a similar thing, then just send me a message, and I'm happy to chat.
Yeah, I echo that, the same as what Chris has just mentioned. Actually, Elite was one of the very first people that opened up to me about his journey and what he was going through, and I wasn't aware at the time. So really appreciate going through your story with me. That's helped me obviously along the way. I really appreciate that.
It's kind of because you just feel like you're on your own, sitting in a room on your own, dealing with it. And sometimes I have anyway. And just speaking to other people it really does help. I've had people from work and people from other hobbies that I've got have reached out with a similar sort of story, and it's really, really helped me to be able to talk about it. And like Lank said, guys have got a bit of a problem of botting things up and not talking about it, but that's the worst thing you can do, I think, in that situation. So yeah, get talking.
Thank you so much, guys, for offering your input on that. It will mean a hell of a lot to everyone listening as well. Again, if you are thinking you are concerned, make sure you see your doctor. Better to be safe than sorry, and we hope that obviously the absolute very best for Lancaster Elite and everyone out there who's watching at home who's been affected or knows someone who's been affected by this disgusting disease. And we will find a cure one day, everybody, and hopefully tonight's race will play at least a small part in that. So, without any further ado, I think I'm going to jump out of this lobby chat. Lancaster's got a race to get on with. I think Elite might need a bit of a rest. But we are going to get into some racing tonight. Don't worry, guys. Our qualifying is currently underway. So I'm going to jump into lobby 3. And gentlemen, I'll hopefully see you at the end of the stream, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, cheers, Squid. I'm getting pressured into starting qualifying in our lobby, so off I go. I'll speak to you later, Chris.
Yeah, good luck, everyone. Cheers.
Take care, guys. Have a good starting in lobby 3, hosted by our very own Daddy Mike, who I'm sure you guys know I'm much too excited about on our stream. We're going to try and organise this almost from mission control. When you've sat in front of me here for my rusty old Lenovo laptop, it's probably seen more miles than the average tank. So let's jump into Mike's lobby there. You can see our first race tonight is at Goodwood. We're in the Aston Martin V8 Vantage Group 4. We've got a very interesting mix of cars tonight. Some chosen by Lancaster, some chosen by Elite, some chosen by myself, and also must say a massive thank you as well to Mr. Urban Pirate. Please go and check out Black Country Esports Racing on YouTube. They're mirroring our event tonight, so try and double down on our efforts for cancer research. So Urban Pirate, if you are watching, big salute to you, sir. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us for this evening's preparation. So those of you who've seen our roulette race before know we get a random selection of a little bit there. Random selection of cars and tracks. I prepared those all for this evening. But in a style similar to Jimmy Broadbent's Race Mental Health that he's popular for pioneering, after this 5-minute quality session, we're also going to drop in 5 minutes of donations to the stream. So anyone that wants to donate any extra for tonight's proceedings can adjust things maybe such as the grid order, push themselves up the grid, throw someone down the grid, and maybe a couple more specialties if you want to pay up to £10 donation. If you also speak to the driver that you want to support in the chat, you can also make a donation on their behalf. So if you want to particularly see Urban Fire at the front of the grid and you're one of his friends watching tonight, make sure you let us know. The Just Giving link is in the description below. As always, is our link to the server should you want to take part in any of our future race series. But I'm not going to plug those tonight. That's not quite our... that's not what I'm here for. Too many shameless plugs. So as you can see firstly, also if you are tuned in the comments, please let me know if the audio is too loud or too quiet there. I'd appreciate the feedback so I can keep it pleasant for everyone this evening. So we should be getting 3 laps of practice underway here at Goodwood. We run aboard with Mr. Schumacher here, aka Dawes, who's put on a Manchester City livery just for ART Mike, who is the red side of Manchester instead. So that's going to provoke some arguments in the party chat, I'm sure. Dawes though setting a fastest lap with a 118.1, so very nice lap there from him. Urban Fire just tucking into P2 there in his discreet Aston Martin, shall we say there, the 19.7, and a little bit of dirt for good measure, so that's his quality done, I think. Kakalele flying around there in P4. I think Dogs just put it up into P3 there. They might have one more lap in if they don't bottle this one. We scroll through the cap there as well. See who else we got. We got J-Lad in a kind of monster livery camo style there. We got Mad Daz in a really nice looking blue wave Aston Martin there. We do apologise if you don't like the foul language, but there is an F cancel message on the side of many of our cars. So of course we're not trying to promote foul language, but we also do want to promote getting rid of something that takes far too many lives far too soon. Chris Brooker in the chat there, one of the founders of Amigos there, says, "Good luck everybody, we are blown away by the response to this, exactly why we made this community in the first place." And I can absolutely wholeheartedly echo that. I think since our Murray Walker tribute special a couple of years ago, this is by far and away our biggest event to date, and for such an important cause as well. So again, from the bottom of my heart, for everyone watching at home who's donated up to tonight and who's planning to do so over the next couple of minutes and hours, I'm so profoundly grateful. And a massive shout out, I think we've not been said yet, and I can't believe I've actually really bad on my part, must go out to Alex, Mr. No Hassle, for really taking this format he brought out with a few years ago and just turning it into what's going to be an incredible fundraising event. So, I believe that is pretty much all of our drivers have set their fastest laps. So, let's get some donations in. So the plan now is hopefully for a flood of donations to come into our Just Giving page. I'm going to let ART Mike, our race host, know exactly what is going on in terms of the donations. And as we maybe get some interesting footage of doors in the background there, let's see if anybody is able to pump up the pot just a little bit. Of course, our donations will range anything from bumping yourself up the grid, putting someone down the back of the pack, maybe someone's going to have to reverse off the grid for the first 2 seconds, which can cause absolute havoc at the start, I'm sure. But of course, we want to make for some exciting racing here tonight, and maybe some people who don't normally see at the front have their chance in the sun. I've also been given a mystery donation by Urban Pirate, which I think I'll deploy in this race to try and get the chaos underway. So we've got another 3 minutes or so left until our donations come, our donation window closes. Not seeing any come through yet, so as it stands, the grid order will remain as it is on the left side of your screen. There's a Lays in the chat again. It's our boy. So thank you very much there, Lays. Glad to have you on board as always. Let's have a look. Still nothing just yet. We got Tom Rose in the chat there saying, "Yep, we out here." Some of my old friends from Race Square. Good calls, Viva Miller. Indeed, Viva Miller. So it's our last minute. Any more donations? None just yet. Of course, if you do wish to donate, the link is in the description to this video. It should be. I'm pretty sure I put it there. There are 12 of you watching. Thank you so much for your support. If you consider dropping a like on the video, maybe get it in someone else's live stream, in their live feed, sorry. And just so we can get a couple more people to enjoy tonight's proceedings and get involved. 1 more minute until we start our first race here. We've got 15-minute sprint coming up next. We've got a fish in the chat there saying, "What's popping, lads?" So far I think it's just Mr. Schumacher popping into the pit wall. I do apologise not seeing much footage as yet, but that will be underway very soon. Let's see, last chance to refresh. Looks like nothing has happened there, so I think we are good to go. Can I donate £5 for you to read the full Gentleman a Short View Back to the Past win in our lobby? Actually, you know what? I'll take that. If you donate £5 within the next, let's say, 30 minutes, I will read the Gentleman a Short View Back to the Past during the qualifying session. Or the donation period, I apologise. So we are getting underway. I'm going to have to jump out to the menu again, because of course Gran Turismo is an incredibly well prepared game with no camera glitches at all. We've got 15 minutes of racing here at Goodwood. I've been asked £150 for the full Revenge of the Sith script. Dead serious. It's very kind of you, Mr. Fish, but I just have not got time for that. Nonetheless, we are now underway here at Goodwood. It is Schumacher, aka Dawes, leading them into turn 1. Someone has gone off the track there. At the back of the pack, I didn't quite say who that was, but Dawes is now opening his lead to about half a second as they head through the first sector there. To get a more cinematic view as they ride through the end of the first sector into our first left-hander. There are some people off at the back. If we jump there quickly, it is Shumster Jean, Carl and Toner, unfortunately, have bitten the dust. But Schumacher there unthreatened. In fact, he's been overtaken there by Big Crazy Bertie around the outside. A very bold move there. Schumacher late on the brakes trying to get around the outside, but instead he's opened the door for J-Lad. Schumacher now on the grass, ran the wrong way. Dale gets to third. Nelitsky past him. Urban Fire, JRM, Kakalele, Isa Hanna, Mike, almost everyone and their mum has gotten past Schumacher. And on the hard tyres, he cannot get it back on the grass. Or off the grass, I should say. Big Crazy Bertie there up into P1, but more importantly, it's a three-way fight here for P2. Almost 3 wide as J-Lad goes around the outside of Linsky into the second to last corner before the chicane. Linsky ushering him wide, but leaves racing room. Very courteously done there from those guys. So J-Lad will take P2 over the line. Linsky in third. We've got Dog in fourth there. Urban Fire in P5. JRM in P6. Once you can see JRM things into the grass or into the wall, only time will tell. He's having a look up the inside there of Urban Fire. Scared him off into the grass. He's going to try and rejoin safe as he can. He just about keeps it in one piece, but that's a free place for JRM. Urban Fire might well lose one to Kakalele as well as he comes up the inside. Look at the overspeed there on that Black Aston. Huge there. But Urban Fire has to lift to try and make sure he doesn't put Kakalele back up into the grass. A crazy start here we've had so far at Goodwood. Bertie, though, still leading them around these first sector there. J-Lad now under threat from Nelinsky, and Dog is going to have the front row seat. Let's jump on board with Dog. Nelinsky dives to the inside, maybe a tiny bit of contact there. J-Lad, though, keeps it around the outside, and his foot well down into the footwell there on the throttle. Great from J-Lad. Nelinsky's battling those, compromised his line, but Dog is going to lift off there. Doesn't want to have another 2 wides into that second to last corner. That might end pretty badly. Let's see what happens with Dog here as Netsky looking to get out the inside of J-Lad. I hear some tyres squealing there. Still nose to tail, but no move made just yet. Of course, the chicane can make or break your race here at Goodwood. It's notorious. Netsky flashing the lights there, asking J-Lad to get a move on in the politest way possible. He reads the cook in that box though, and Dog gets right onto the pair of both of them. As he sets the fastest lap there of a 1:18.9. JRM takes it away though, with no traffic, a 1:18.8. I'm sure we'll see that drop even further still as they get their way around the track. In fact, J-Lad is off the circuit, putting Dog up into P3, JRM up into P4, I would assume. Yes, around the outside he goes. Further down the pack, I can see here, we've got is that a 3 wide with Book to Boy? It is indeed a 3 wide with Book to Boy with ART Mike and Urban Fire. They're going to flank him. Urban Fire, disgusting from Urban Fire. What's happened there? He's taken out his 2 best mates. I'm sure there's maybe a friendly jibe in there. Not what we like to see at Amigos racing team, but unfortunately it has happened. And Urban Fire, hang your head in shame, sir. Shumster G making his way towards the scene of the crime here, hopefully not getting tangled up by Urban Fire. Carl Turner running very wide, but just about keeping it. Oh, there's a slide. Cuts the apex, rejoins safe. Oh, he's just about made it. That was close. I see a scout down in the chat, they're saying good luck guys, F cancer. That's exactly what we're here for. Well, that's been very exciting. I think it's only 4 minutes into our race, we've got about 10 and a bit left. So Bertie leads him over the line. He's got a 3-second gap over his next closest rival, but it is shrinking. That is Dog down in P2. JRM in P3, trying to follow up and keep some of that slipstream there. Behind him is J-Lad in P4, Mike in P5. He's got Nelinsky chasing him down in P6. He's got Isa Hanna on his tail in 7th. Then a 2-way fight there with Schumacher and Bukta Boy for P8 and 9 after Bukta was acrimoniously removed from the racing circuit by an obnoxious pink Urban Fire. Bukta Boy there in 9th, Kakalele 10th, Shumster G in 11th, fending off Urban Fire as best he can. He's running a little wide, but late Apex makes most of that corner there. Fire in 12th. Big Mad Daz. He's normally much faster. He's down in 13th. Get a move on, Daz. Cantona in P14. Tiddlywink at the back of the pack. Where's our next battle hotting up? Let's have a look. Well, it looks like it was hotting up with Booked Boy and Schumacher. They've had a coming together. Booked Boy, I think, seeing more of the grass than the tarmac tonight. Not going so well for him. Kakalele takes P8. And presumably, yeah, from Booked Boy as well. So up into P8 for Kakalele. Hannah managed to get away there from Nelinski, it seems. She's up into P6. A new driver joining us tonight for this event. I believe Hannah as well, also having family members who've been affected by cancer in the past as well. I found this a very important cause to her heart. So Hannah, thank you so much for joining us and donating as generously as you did. We're incredibly grateful. You see they're rocking out the pink livery there, and the I think the breast cancer awareness logo as well. Of course, an incredibly important cause. Let's have a look at the back of the pack. I think I'm seeing some spinners at the back of the pack. Let's have a look. It looks like maybe Booked Boy maybe had another going off there. And Schumacher is still involved in that, so possibly Schumacher and Booked Boy having a bit of a coming together, possibly undesired that time. Schumacher in the wall again. Goodness me. I think even Michael and Mick Schumacher had a better chance than this one. There is an imposter among us tonight, it seems. The front of the pack there, Big Crazy Bertie now seems to be slightly under threat from ATC Dog, and JRM wants to play as well. It looks like we're right on board then with JRM. He's had a very clean race so far. This is normally about the time he puts himself in the pit wall or in the crash barrier, but I don't want to curse it, of course. JRM hunting down this leading pair as they head into the double right-hander here at Goodwood. He's run a little bit wide there onto the grass. Has to be very careful. These racing hard tyres are not going to provide much grip, and this is not a rally car by any means, but coast through the chicane very nicely. It looks like a Big Crazy Bird has had a bad exit there, and Dog has made the most of that around the outside, taking P1 for himself, and that might put JRM back into the fight. In the background there we see J-Lad in P4. Hannah is in P6, just behind ART Mike there. Crossing the finish line there, and we've got Nelinski running very wide on the exit, but a fantastic exit nonetheless, taking Kakalele's gap away as they head into turn 1. Bit of a hiccup there, I apologise. Can't even breathe with this coverage. Kakalele there chasing down Nelinski out of turn 1. A better exit there for Kakalele. Of course, that will only amplify the gains he makes down this long first sector here into that dangerous right-hand kink into the left coming up in just a few moments, of course. So a little dab of the brakes and a lift off the throttle should be enough. A tiny side from Kakalele, but manages that very nicely and tight to the apex. Back on the power through 4th gear, just avoiding the edge of the track there. Great drop from Kakalele, and it gets taken him a little bit more away from Nelinski. We've got a battle just behind us though, it looks like, or maybe the arrow's just a bit too big, maybe not. There's Booked Boy though, looking to fight Big Mad Daz, it seems. Only half a second away. We're going to ride back on board with Mad Daz. Let's see if Booked Boy can make any gains down the straight. In fact, I look forward as he's gone off the track, and Urban Fire has waited, I think, for someone else to race with. He's down in P13. What's happening with Urban Fire tonight? Goodness me. I think, isn't it from a ludicrous actor 4? He says we'll have to call him Urban Fire because we've stomped you out. Big Crazy Bertie there, still in P1. He's taken the lead from, in fact, he's taken the lead back from Dog. I think Dog was in the lead moments ago. He's now down to P5. Bertie is in leading. Jay is in P2 with a good recovery from him there. JRM in 3rd. Half a second back is his best friend ART Mike. We'll jump on board with Mike, see if he can hunt down this crazy mother trucker that is JRM in P3. But 180 k's on the brakes down to 3rd gear, then 2nd for some rotation, back on the power. This Aston's pretty good when you hit the power, doesn't get any much oversteer or power slide, and now he's going to try and tuck into the slipstream there of JRM. Half a second back. How much is that slipstream worth as they head down into the penultimate corner? That's half a tenth gone already, probably not enough to make a savage dive bomb there, but maybe enough just to get in his mirrors and get in his head. Let's have a look as they ride into the chicane here. The kick of grass there for those two guys, but nothing major. Dog throwing the Aston Mike through the chicane there, and he's almost right up on the back there of Mike, who might even see a change for P4 as they head into the first corner. Dog with the fastest lap of the race. Was it that lap there? It was indeed a 1:17.5, putting himself well within danger zone of ART Mike in P4. I think we've got about another 6 minutes and a lap remaining of our first event here at the Racing Against Cancer. If you are tuning in late, the Discord link is in the description if you want to join our Discord for our races, but most importantly, our donation link to our Just Giving page if you want to get involved and help us fight the Big C. We're currently at £571. We're only aiming at 250. Had an amazing effort from the community in this event, and we're only looking to reach at least £600 by the end of tonight. I'm sure we will. We might even have to bump that target up again. Looks like a dog's going to try and bump his way past ART Mike, though. He's well within the slipstream there. Only a tenth and a half in it as they head down the back straight. He moves to the right. Mike's going to stick to the left. There's no defender on the left, though. It will be a right-hander coming up. Let's see what is on Dog's mind here. No, he's going to lift instead. Maybe see if Mike makes a mistake in the braking zone. They're getting very bunched up tight up ahead there. In fact, the lead is now only 2.5 seconds away. Must have been a bit of an accident or something just to bunch up the pack and make for some exciting racing. I'm not going to complain. Dog, though, with having to lift away from Mike there, compromised his final sector, and no move on the cards at that point, but maybe one heading into the first corner, or depending on a good exit, maybe down the back straight as he sits under the slipstream. Let's have a look. He is gaining back on ART Mike. We'll jump back on board with Mike and see just what he's going to see. That massive orange mouth of the Aston about to swallow him up. It looks like, again, Dog just having to lift off there, be a bit more conservative. We can see there, I think Mike is also drawing up very closely to JRM. If we look in the mirror at the top of your screen there, the lead again still only 2.5 seconds away from P1 to P5. This could be a very tasty finish if it stays anything like this. Dog roaring up to the back of Mike there. He's taking about a tenth out of him in that corner alone. He's very close now. Not quite as close as he was last lap, but with only 3 or so minutes to go, there may well be a lunge coming sooner rather than later. Mike looking to defend now rather than attack. I think as well, looks like Jared's going to attack as well. Let's get our cinematic camera. What is happening as we head into our final few turns here? Jared looking at the inside of Jayla. There's no move going there. Dog again having to lift off. And what some fantastic driving we've seen. We saw some crazy bumps and barges at the start, but now some really close racing, and I hope the rest of the evening ends up like this. Although I think based on what we've got planned for race 5 tonight, might go a bit pear-shaped thereafter. Still nose to tail again, still only 2 seconds from the lead. J-Lad bins it into the wall from P2. He's now down to P5. That puts these guys behind to 3 and 4. And Mike is right up underneath JRM. He's taken one place this lap. Is there another one on the cars? We're going to jump on board with JRM. If I can get the right camera angle would help. Let's have that one, I think. There we go. As we see, was that Dog going very wide there. In fact, it's not extremely wide. In fact, who's that? It's Bertie. Binned it from the lead. Dog's gone wide as well, and now it's a 2-horse race between JRM and Mike for the lead. Incredible scenes we're seeing here at Goodwood. I think anyone's kept the lead for more than 3 laps at a time, and at this rate, JRM might well not be able to stick it out until the end, but what incredible scenes we've seen so far here. We'll leave those two to it. Where's our next big battle coming up? We can see, I think, J-Lady is rejoining pretty late with some front damage. Kakalele, though, is under threat from the Linsky, who's got Hannah just behind him as well, so another 3-way fight for position, possibly. There's another car off the track. Hannah's gone with them. The Linsky's gone with them. Who is that just behind us there? It's a massive off there. More drivers off the track than on it. We've had J-Lad there. Cantona's off just before as well. Urban Fire's slow. I don't think there's anyone left on the track. It's Mr. Tiddlywink. Lap traffic causing problems for the guys up in the lead lap there. Lap 11, I think it will be now. Oh my word, guys, I need to breathe, please. I've got 5 more of these left tonight. ART Mike, though, still... actually, I say still, JRM must have gone off. ART Mike is now taking the lead. I can't keep track of this. I need some kind of app next to me to do that for me. Mike in the lead of the race there, JRM in P2, and there's a big gap down to Dog, then to Bertie, then to Kakalele, then the Linsky. I don't think we've got any actual big fights going on at the moment, apart from here with Shumster G and Big Mad Daz. A lovely camera we got there, but Mad Daz has binned it on the exit. Oh, that's a great save, I must say. That's going to cost him a lot of time down the main straight. I think Urban Fire's about to put a lap over Mr. Tiddlywink there. No real fights going for the time being, so we're going to get into our lead battle here with JRM hunting down Daddy Mike. Of course, the Daddy Mike we know is a strong Man United fan, but we know that Man United have been on a good reign of form as of late. The question is, can Daddy Mike replicate that as we head on to, I think, what will be the final lap of the race here? JRM only 7/10 behind and rapidly closing. This is going to go down to the wire, ladies and gents. So easy for the first corner. You see Feather in the throttle there, keeping the balance of the car as level as he can and gaining once more on ART Mike. That gap was 7.5 tenths at the start. It's now down to 6, now down to 5.5, now down to 5. ART Mike needs to get a move on. At this rate, he's going to lose that place by the end of the race. He's still pushing hard. You see 3 tenths purple in the first sector. He is absolutely going for it, but Daddy Mike is not going fast enough. JRM takes another 2 tenths out of him in that sector alone. And you got Mr. Tillywick lap traffic for good measure. Tillywick needs to be out of the way. JRM sends it on the inside. There's some door banging, but he takes the position. JRM in the lead. I don't think I've ever seen JRM win a race, but my head is going to explode if he does. JRM's going to get past some more lap traffic up ahead. I think that is Calm Toner. But Daddy Mike is not going to let that go without a fight. Is there a lunge into the last corner? Oh my God, I can't watch. He's going to be late on the brakes. JRM is going wide into the dart. Daddy Mike takes the lead again. P1 at the second to last corner. JRM's going to be furious. ART Mike takes the win here at Goodwood. Surely there's no mistake. There's no fuel. There's no tyres to worry about. Daddy Mike takes the win. JRM brings it home in P2. Oh, JRM. Oh, I can't feel for. I feel for him so bad. Poor guy. Dog comes home in third, and Big Crazy Bertie's our final driver on the lead lap in P4. Goodness me, what a nutty race that was. Well, if the rest of this evening goes any way like that, you are in for the best event tonight on YouTube. What a race. ART Mike takes the win, only 2 seconds away from JRM, who was clawing back at him like a tiger in a cage, but unfortunately the tiger was let out and roamed free. Mike took the win there. Just check as well while I go back to our stream any comments that I've missed in that action. We've got B19 saying, is this rallycross? We've got Digital Blasphemy in the chat as well there saying, positive thoughts and vibes going out to all those affected by the Big C. Stay strong and keep fighting. So once this lobby comes to a close, we'll have a 5-minute pause, get some more donations in. Every race from now on is going to be reverse grid. I can see Daddy Mike bragging in the background here that he's won the first race, but of course this could go anywhere. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll be back in about 5 minutes with our second race. Again, if you want to donate, please get the description to our Just Giving page. We are currently, if I update our standings, we are currently at £576. A donation there from Sarah Hawkey, sending all my love. Thank you very much, Sarah. It's very, very kind of you. But B19, to clarify, this is not Rallycross. Definitely not Rallycross. And Digital, thank you very much for your comments there. It's, I hope to see you on track tonight as well, if possible. Oops, I don't want to join the track. What am I doing? In my haste there, I've managed to join the race. So we're going to get our lobbies changed now for our second set of events. Sergeant Khan say, "Come on, the winner." That's is that a motivation or is that a suggestion? I hope it's not the second one. Nonetheless, we're going to see if we can get any more donations in for our second event of tonight. And in fact, I think I might pop a little something in just to mix things up a little bit. So it would be a reverse grid. But I might have a little look and see what happens here. Sergeant Cullen says, I'm watching from my black tie event with my phone propped up against a wine glass. Well, I feel a little bit concerned there that you're at a fancy black tie event. You've decided that this is more interesting. A bit concerned that that's the impressive part of tonight. So one of my friends has just messaged me saying, "Oh, we're watching, but I can't see your racing name." So if you're watching, I think that's Kev. If you're watching, I'm not racing, at least maybe not until the very end. But I'm just going to be broadcasting the action tonight. So if all the drivers are going to tick in, I'm going to make a quick donation, I think. Let's have a look and see what I'm going to get for my money. Because I think ART Mike is having a bit too much of a good time. Our comments there go, Teacher must be saying, yes, big dog stays strong. As Langston in the comments, they're saying, amazing response from everybody. Thanks for the support. It is truly appreciated. And Chris in the comments there, Elite Digits, great race, gutted for you, JRM. Well done, Mike. Well, yes, Mike did do very well. So I think I'm going to penalise him just a little bit. So let's see, for £3, Mike is going to start from the back of the grid. And of course, make sure we put some gift aid on that as well, because that is free money to the cause. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. So we'll donate there. Ethan Simmons, they're saying, only just got back and tuned in, can't believe the support on the Just Giving page. It has been massive, Ethan, it has been absolutely huge, and I think it really is a testament to everyone who's taken part and wanted to donate. It's been incredible. If you do need the link, Chris, the link is in the Discord, sorry, no, in the description of the video, because I think if you can't post YouTube links in the comments themselves. So we've got 2 more minutes left for the donations, and then we shall take part there. And Simo, thank you very much for your £5 donation. That is really kind of you. Simo, there's this race and another 4 more, so you've got plenty of action while you're sat on the bog or in the shower. Delightful. So let's have a look here so far. If I go back into my party chat here. Well, to be fair, I've made my donation and I can't actually see it on the page. How do you show them all? Maybe I show all of them. Oh, this is bad. Yes, I can't see all the donations that have come through. Alright, I think we're almost ready to go then for our second races there, our second round of races. I'll ask you to quickly let me know if they have donated, because it's not coming through on the website. And I don't want anyone to feel like they've not had their contribution recognised. So actually, tell me, I'll jump in the pie chat quickly. It'll probably be easier. Give me 1 moment there, please, guys. Apologise for the wait. Let's go. Lobby 2. Yes, Warburtons from Tom Morrison. Thank you, Tom. Well, help if I join Lobby 3 rather than Lobby 2, I think, because I am a donut. Good evening, everybody. You're live on our TV. Please do not swear.
No.
Oh no, that's no fun.
I have a very quick question because the website is letting me down. Has anybody donated that wasn't picked up on in the first race?
No,
I've got my werewolf squid.
No. Okay, that's fine. Because mine was just come through on the website, so I wanted to make sure anyone's donated. I can add that on before we start the lobby. But you're all good? All right then.
Squid.
I shall leave you to it then. Best of luck. I've donated for Daddy Mike to be at the back, so good luck, Mike.
He's at the back anyway. You've
I was
just
at the back
wasted your
anyway.
money.
I should tell you, wait, £3. What did I get £3 again? Let me double check. I can change that instead. Let's change that instead, because I forgot you're at the back, it's reverse grid. I'm such an idiot.
Go on then.
Instead, let's have a look. For £3, you can start the race in P4. There you go.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
There we go. Helps if I read my own rules, doesn't it? So once Daddy Mike goes up into P4, I think he has done, we're good to go. Let's sorting lobby. I think Mike's sorting his lobby. So I'm going to wait on our co-host just to finish out the lobbies and we will be good to go. So, yes, I should have read my own rules, really. I'm a bit of an idiot with this. So I think we are hit ready lobby 3. We're about good to go. So for our second race, you can see here, we've got the Subaru STI. So I should have mentioned the Goodwood Aston Martin was chosen by, I believe it was Lancaster. And then we had the Subaru here, chosen by Elite, I believe it was, or maybe the other way around. Definitely one of those two. And I think we've got 2 lobbies ready to go. Urban Pirate, again, please go and check out Black Country Esports Racing. They've got a simultaneous stream going on as well with the same event. Our friend Hocker's in lobby 1 is almost ready, so hopefully we'll be underway in just a moment. I want to make sure we all start at the same time, because that then means that we should have no issues. Alright, I think we're ready to go, so our race will be underway in the next 10 seconds. I'm getting a couple messages privately as well saying, why am I not racing? I will be racing at the end. No Hassle has put this all together, has very kindly donated to have me to race. Someone has put in, Fam has put in £20 to be an ART rammer. So I believe that means for 2 races, Fam will have to pick a driver of his choice and put them in the wall. So that's a huge donation. Thank you so much, Fam. Someone's also donated £10, £6 for no liveries, a shout out to Lancaster and Elite, and £1 for carving the first race by 11.5 seconds. Well, that sounds like an incredible victory there. So good to you, sir. £10, excellent job. That now puts us at £614. Thank you, guys. That's incredible support. Mr. Tiddyrink, though, I think has decided that he's had enough support from the last race, and he is making hay in P1. Look at him go in that beautiful purple Subaru. Cantona as well in P2. I want to see Cantona on the podium. If I see Cantona on the podium, I will donate again. It would be an incredible achievement. Don't let him get it, though. Make sure he works that for himself. He's in P2, Nolitsky in P3. We've got there Mike in P4, still where I left him, which is good to see. Representing an Elite Digits livery there on the back of his car, you can see. He's been stoved by Schumacher, or as I had the other day, Fox smashed by Dawes, and he's been Fox smashed in return by Big Mad Daz, down to P6, struggling for grip. Oh, that is all kinds of sideways. Dog slips through on the inside. Hannah and Bertie are going to have to do the split. Oh, I'm so glad we got that angle. Look at that shot there. Incredible. Unfortunately, though, I think Hannah's carried a little bit too much momentum and finds herself in the grass. That was almost incredible there. J-Lane's going to hunt her down in P11. Kakalele shumps the G at the back so far. Shumps the G, I think we're recovering from a spin at the S's. For the time being, though, Nolinski and Tiddlywink are duking out for the lead. Nolinski goes wide, Tiddlywink goes left. Doesn't help when you go left, a right-hander, but Tiddles knows that the hard way now. Nolinski up into P1, setting the pace there. Mike in P2, claiming some freebies, and Cantona still in P3, my boy! Go on, Cantona, up into P3. Mad Dad is having to fend off Dog, taking a wide line around the outside. Let's see how he does. I'm so glad we got this really cool in-car swivel cam. It makes the race so much more immersive when you're commentating. You can see the Subaru flat as a pancake as they go through those S-bends at the top of Yamagiwa here. Big Mad Dad's having to swerve around Cantona. I think it's just up ahead. Early on the brakes there. Dog trying to up the inside. There is a gap, but he's not going to force it though. Mad Daz is on the grass, getting a little bit sideways there. It's going to cost him some momentum. Cantona has to defend from not one but two angry Subarus there. Those boxer engines burbling angrily down the hill there. Cantona keeps P3 by the skin of his teeth. Big Mad Daz is practically pushing him through that corner up the hill. Now he's going to look up the inside. Cantona might be split around either side again. There's another 3 wide into the hairpin. This is going to be close. A huge dive bomb from Dog, but he pulls out at the last minute. Looks like Cantona has still kept it by the skin of his teeth. Go on, Carl. I love to see it. While those three are battling up ahead, having a quick shimmy down the pack there as Hannah's recovered and is trying to get back up to J-Lad, who's overtaken her this time last lap for P8. Kakale is trying to hunt to John those last two before he's staying out of P10. Tiddlywink from the start of the pack is now at the back. We hate to see it. Tiddle's going to move on, sir. Shums the G is in 12th. JRM, after his spin at the end of the race, has probably put a spin at the start of this one instead. He's in 13th and last. Come on, Jay. Get a move on. We've got a still closer fight on here with ART Mike being pursued by Big Mad Daz and ATC Dog. We've got B19 in the chat saying, go on, Dog. Well, you see that Dog is definitely going to have these two by the teeth in a matter of laps time. I'm sure if they keep this battling up. Of course, if they have a crash, someone might even throw this Dog a bone. That's probably enough of my dog puns for this evening. As it looks like they are still fighting up ahead. We're going to jump on with Mad Daz. He's having a look around the outside of Cantona. They are side by side down the hill. How's this one going to end? Mad Daz late on the brakes up the inside. Sweeps through for P2. Mike, though, hunting him down. It seems Cantona has slipped all the way down the order into P7. Maybe he must have gone off earlier in the lap. These three still going to provide some really close racing, I'm sure, as they head into, is it, say, 35? 35R? I can't quite see that on the track there. Let's have a look at Kakalele. He's got J-Lad in his rear view mirror. You can see just at the top of your screen. Let's see, is there a late lunge there? There is a very late lunge from J-Lad. Sends it all the way to the inside. Licks the stamp. First class takes P7. Oh, he's nudged Kakalele out there just a little bit wide. I wouldn't be too happy if I were Kakalele. Nonetheless, though, a bold move puts him up into P8, and Hannah is chasing the pair of them down there in P9. Go on, Hannah. I must say, I think she's definitely got the nicest livery on out of all the selection we've seen so far here. And also mosaic kind of style livery she's got there. Very nice. Reminds me of Mondrian for the artists among you. Mike is still trying to hunt down Big Mad Daz, but he's got the Dog in the middle. In fact, the Dog has gotten past Big Mad Daz as well with a spin on the exit there. Dog up into P2. The issue is he's got Nolinski 3.6 seconds away and even further as they head through the corner. So he's really going to have to put his foot down if he wants to steal P1. Nolinski may not be the fastest driver in one lap pace, but he is fairly consistent, and that will be the issue. They've already had 5 minutes of race time, another 10 or so to go, plus 1 lap. So Nolinski needs to keep his cool if he wants to keep the lead. Dog, though, trying to build his lead over ART Mike, and crucially now out of that 1 second slipstream. Mike has done the same there too. Big Mad Daz following his sliding incident through the S-bends. So he's 4 and now starting to pull away, quite away. Big Crazy Bertie, though, is trying to hunt down Mad Daz in P5. He's not had the best exit, though, out of the hairpin. You can see that delta increasing by about half a second once he put his foot down. So needs to really make the most of this corner here. It's all about throwing it over the rumble strip, maximising the exit. And he's done it, but not quite as well as Daz. He's still in P5. Schumacher heading through this tricky left-hander now in P6. Kakalele is trying to find his way past Hannah. She's off in the grass. It seems another bad corner from her. Here comes Shumster G trying to chase her down into this right-hander. She's going to give way instead. Fair enough then. Shumster G from South Africa will say thank you very much and take P8 there. Hannah down to 9th. J-Lad down in 10th as well. He's had a nightmare tonight as well, it seems. Tiddywink in P11. JRM is still at the back in 12th. Carl Toner is pursuing him in 13th. Come on, Carl, you've got to take JRM. At the front though, Mr. Nolinsky absolutely flying. Dog though has reeled him in, possibly an instant at the start of this lap. It's only given him a 1.2 advantage. That's 2 whole seconds gone in the space of a lap, and now he's within visual range of ATC Dog. He set the fastest lap on the previous lap. He's going even faster still by another 3/10. We might well see a 33 if he keeps up this pace. As he heads up the hill there, revving that Subaru as high as it will go. Of course, trying to avoid a head gasket failure on the way, as they inevitably will. Tight to apex 18. Nolinsky missed that apex by quite a way early on the power, using the low end torque of the Subaru to avoid any oversteer. Still about a 10th purple as they head into the final sector, lifting off the throttle, a quick dab of the brakes. Back on the power, not quite as early as he could have done. That might cost him on the exit, but he's still going to reel in Nolinsky as they head into the final turn here at Kyoto Yamagiwa. Nolinsky wide on the exit there, a good exit from him, but Dog has made better use of that low range lack of power in the Subaru to keep it glued, keep it pinned as he goes down the straight. Not quite as much an exit though, 34.7, not his best lap, but still faster than Nolinsky, who's losing time now, hand over fist as they head through the long sweeper of turn 1. Now this is where it's really, really irritating these Group 3 cars with their high downforce. Their high downforce are going to struggle through this sector. I've just seen a message. I'll have to relay this to the drivers in the chat here. I think Urban Fire and Bukta aren't actually in the race anymore, but it seems Urban Fire's already said £10 for Urban Fire and Bukta take each other out. I think your day's a bit late. They've already done that multiple times. Nolinsky now trying to show his real pace, half a second purple as they head through the second sector there. He really is trying to get the hammer down. He's again escaped that crucial slipstream distance from ATC Dog, which will give Dog a bit more grip in the corners but not so much power down the straights. Nolinsky with a much better hairpin here as they head through that corner. I'm going to jump to the back of the pack very quickly, as it seems that Mr. Tiddywink is hunting down JRM. He's still got him in his clutches, but he has a half a second penalty to boot, presumably for track limits. That's not going to help him as they head down the back straight here. Not going to help him as well, going onto the grass. That's gone into the wall. It's got rally pedigree, but the Group 3 car does not have four-wheel drive. And then Tiddywink now facing the wrong way entirely. That's the last thing he wanted. Just in time for that battle as well. That's a shame. At the front of the pack though, we can still see, actually let's go back here instead, that's even closer than the other battle. ART Mike only 3/10 away from Big Mad Daz. Let's run on board with these two for a change. ART Mike, who quite fortuitously has managed to start from P4, has not quite made the electric level of progress that he made in the previous race. But he's still trying to hold on to the chance of a podium there. Big Mad Daz is starting to escape there through his S-bends. Mike needs to make sure he doesn't lift off the throttle. He can go flat if he keeps committed, but Daz is pulling away inch by inch there. I'm going to jump forward though. I think according to our map on the top right, there's a really close battle now for the lead, and it is indeed the big dog is only 3/10 away from Nolinsky. He's reeled him right back in. Seems Nolinsky must particularly like that last sector of the track, but Big Dog is making up the time waste everywhere else. Nolinsky with a good exit though out of that downhill chicane. It's a really hard corner, downhill braking zone. You've got to throw the car across all the rumble strips and straight line it as much as you can. And Nolinsky really seems to have that under his car quite comfortably. Not comfortable though with Dog again, all kinds of sideways out of the hairpin, but keeps it on the black stuff, heading down through the final sector here. You You can tell Linsky's using much more of that exit curve there, putting the power down as early as he can on the way out of that corner, but Dog is still going to reel him in. Let's see how Dog handles his final corner. You see there an early upshift into third to avoid the wheel spin. It's not going to quite give him the same amount of power. See, he's losing a little bit of time to Linsky on the straights, but he may gain just a touch of it back. He is now, as he tucks into the slipstream one more time. I say we've probably got another, it's a 1:34 lap, we've probably got another maybe 3 or 4 more laps left for this race and left in lobby 3 before we take it up a notch into lobby 2. We're going to check in down the pack there so you can see a couple of battles heading on out of the first corner. It's Mike, he's not caught up to Big Mad Daz, but he's got Big Crazy Bertie hot these hills instead. Let's run on board then from Bertie's point of view as he hunts down Daddy Mike, previous race winner. But maybe he's not going to win the battle here for P4. Bertie looking around to get outside, ripping the absolute head off of that Subaru. Mike defends to the inside. Bertie swoops around the outside. Keep your foot in, son. There he goes, straight through. A sensational move by Big Crazy Bertie to take P4. Daddy Mike has been taken for an absolute mug there, and he'll be ruining that mistake in P5. Question is, will he catch you through the rest of the lap? Only time will tell. Further down the pack, we shimmy through a bit further. We've got JRM still being hunted down by J-Lad, only half a second in it or so. JRM with a bit more momentum through the S-Bends though is starting to eke out a bit more of the distance there. Not sure there's a move on the cars anytime soon, but he'll be very happy to have a little bit more breathing space. At the front of the pack though, Dog is still hunting down the Linsky, no luck. Again, the Linsky is really nailing that final sector of the track just enough to keep Dog at arm's reach. Of course, my dad being a postman knows all about keeping dogs at arm's reach. Maybe Linsky's got a career in Royal Mail should he decide sim racing was not his thing. That corner not his thing though. He's gone very wide through turn 1 it seems. Dog's trying to make the most of momentum on the inside, but Linsky has kept a bit more around the outside. He works some downforce here though, lost through the S-Bends, but a bit more top speed. Linsky's gone wide. This is Dog's chance around the outside, and he makes that move under the gantry up the first sector. Dog finally takes the lead, and maybe this Dog will have his day as he takes P1. We've got a minute and a half to go. Oh, I promise, the Dog puns are done now. I'm serious. Dog takes P1 though. Linsky demoted, relegated to P2. Their battle though still keeps them 6.5 seconds away from Big Mad Daz as he heads down the hill. He's got Big Bertie 2 seconds behind him, who's eked out 1.5 back to Daddy Mike. So Daddy Mike starting in 4th, had a chance at the podium, is now down to 5th. Schumacher in P6 there, 12 seconds away. He's got Big X Kakalele though in 7th. Shumster G 1.5 back down from him. Then a large gap down to Hannah, who's under threat from the mother trucker JRM. Hannah, don't let him go. Keep him to the outside, make him go the long way round. She's going to try and make him go the long way round. JRM is still going to be flat out around that corner. He's going to go all the way out to the rumble strip there. Hannah defending to the inside line. She's going to keep the racing line. Is JRM going to send it on the inside? No, not quite. Keeps Curtis driving there, but Hannah goes off onto the grass. Straight lines to chicane. JRM's going to be on the inside. He does get past, but Hannah will have dirty tyres now. That's going to ruin her final sector. All that hard work is going to be lost there with a huge lack of grip from those dirty tyres, and J-Lad might well smell that as well. He's wheeling her in from 2.3 seconds back. Teelywink having not the best race by his standards, 32 seconds away from P11, and Carl Toner at the back 10 seconds off the pace. Dog meanwhile, having now found some breathe space away from the Linsky, is 4 seconds clear of the P2 driver. To be fair though, the Linsky with a 39th lap must have had a huge off at some point on that lap. So that's really allowed Dog to get away and find some breathing space. So it seems that our drivers are pretty much going to follow this order, I think, until the end of the race. We shuffle through there. Mad Daz, Bertie, Daddy Mike, Schumacher, Kakalele, Shumster G though is our next big battle. Let's have a look and see how they're doing. You see there, Kakalele just with a bit more momentum heading through those S-Bends as he's got Shumster G only a half second behind him. Shumster G much more aggressive though. He's seen him throw the Subaru into that left hand. That's taken 2/10 away from Kakalele in itself, but he's not quite made the rest of them up on the way down the hill. We'll check back in on them in just a moment, as I think ATC Dog getting past Carl Toner there is about to take the checkered flag. There's a couple of cars there finished the race a few moments ago, but ATC Dog will take the plaudits for race 2 here. There's his checkered flag. He's got P1 and flash of the lights for good measure there. Carl Turner coming back home in lap traffic. Valinsky, a very hard fought P2. Great job to him. Big Mad Daz will just about fend off Crazy Bertie for P3 and P4 respectively. Daddy Mike lurking in the background there in P5. Come on, Daddy Mike, I gave you 8 places for 3. Schumacher should come home in P7. Kakalele has still got Shumster G just behind him. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Let's have a look. Where is Shumster G? He's only a 10th back. He's neck and neck over the line. It's going to be a close one. Shumster G takes it on the line by 19 hundredths of a second. What a finish. Wow. That brings our second of 6 races to a close for tonight, and our time in lobby 3 is just about up. I think lobby 1 has just finished their race as well. So while they wrap up there in the lobby there, I'm just going to jump into the party chat quickly, have a quick word with the drivers, see what they thought of tonight's standings, and we'll jump straight into lobby 2 in a moment. We've got the lobby 3 chat, of course, don't we? Yes. Oh, the lobby chat is full. Perhaps not then, let's see. If anyone's dived in by accident there. Nope, can't really tell. Let's see if there's anyone that I can shaft in the politest way possible. Well, Nick's not here, I don't think. Is it maybe in the group settings? Nope, it's not in there. Never mind. Well, it's not going to go that way, so I think I'll have to jump out of that lobby instead then. And we're going to go straight into lobby 2 for our third race. You can see our first road car of tonight as well, guys. I think this was Urban Pirate's choice. As you see him there in lobby 2. Is that actually our lobby 2? Let's have a look. Member list. Oh, that must be the yes, that will be the Black Flag lobby 2, the ART lobby 2. There we go. So we'll join our man Hockers. Of course, Hockers, another big pillar of the ART community. We're going to see as they get their donations in. Let's see, is Fam in this lobby? He is indeed. So let's message Fam. So as I've so slowly typed it out in the lobby there, ART Fam, having donated a wonderful £20, has earned himself 2 one-time RAM passes. So hopefully he'll tell us in a moment then exactly who his targets are. As you can see as well, our next lobby is changing to Tsukuba, where we should find our drivers driving the Mazda MX-5, the new one. And hopefully they've not swapped in the massive Corvette V8, because that might make some of the drivers just a touch overpowered. In the meantime, thank you to those of you who have tuned in. I think we've currently got something like 15 people watching at the moment, which is fantastic. Let's double check here. 12 at the moment here. 8 likes on the video. Thank you so much to those of you who put a like on the video. Again, please share it. It helps us get the channel out there. Will help us get this video onto people's feeds as well. And our donation total is currently at £636, an incredible total there. As I think our lobby has just disappeared on us because Gran Turismo is doing Gran Turismo things. So it gives the driver just a touch more time to get their donations in, of course. We can see we've already got I've got a donation here from Luke Mitchell in Lobby 2. Let's see if that one appears. Excellent. So, for a £12 donation, Luke Mitchell. Oh, goodness me. So, Luke Mitchell has asked for Oscar to move to the front row. And for Stiggy to reverse for 2 seconds. So, actually, while we're here then, if we've got some time to kill, I think people need to get the cars. They've got wide body Mazdas, which for some reason the game isn't letting in. So we'll join Lobby 2 very quickly, and so I see some unfair language on the screen there. Let's have a look.
I've just done a donation for Nick Noon to stay stationary for 5 seconds at the start.
Are you?
Good evening, everybody. You're live on ART TV. Please do not swear. So just to summarise what I've seen so far, Luke has donated there. Mr. Luke Mitchell, Mr. LM, has said Oscar 0 to the front row and Stiggy 458 to reverse from the grid for 2 seconds.
Not quite.
And we're reverse from the grid.
No, Luke to the front row and Oscar and Stiggy to reverse to the grid.
Oh, I see. Oh, other way around. Okay, so Luke to the front row, Oscar and Stiggy to reverse on the grid. I see. Okay.
Yeah, I've just done a donation myself, though.
Okay, so that's Stiggy in the chat there. I'll have a look at that one as soon as I can, because the website isn't loading necessarily.
Have I really got a 5-second stop?
We've got a donation from Stiggy as well. £5 for Squid to read the full Gentleman of Full View Back to the Past. And £5 to keep himself on the front row. So, Hockers, if you're there, we need Luke on the front row. We need Stiggy on the front row. I've got to read a copy pasta. And we've also got from Wayno a £10 donation for Nick Noon for a 5-second delay at the start. I would like to say though, as a thank you, those donations alone have raised £32. So thank you so much for your donations. That brings the total.
I know, I'm just the most generous person on earth.
That brings the total to £656.
Oh man. Do I get to run 2 people as well, Squid?
Yes, Fam, if you're there as well. Fam, can I have some quiet as well, please? Fam, can you please nominate the 2 drivers that you are going to ram once in this race?
Can I randomly call it out in race, or do I have to pick them now?
I think it's only fair that driver knows their card is marked, so
Alright,
Nick twice. Do it.
So, Mr. Fam.
I'd like to
Mr.
nominate
Fam.
Nick,
Yes.
and then I'd like to nominate Nick.
I will choose Ockers. He's having it. And Matt237.
Hockers and Matt. So Hockers and Matt, your cards are marked. If you see Fam, I would recommend telling your loved ones that you were very appreciated.
That you love them dearly.
Exactly. With that, I'll leave you to the chaos. The donations are now closed. Enjoy your races, gentlemen.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you very
All right. Well, this is going to be an interesting one, I'm sure. And again, thank you to Wayno, Stiggy, and MMR Luke Mitchell for £32. In fact, so it's £34.50 cumulative. That's very, very generous of you. Let's make sure Stiggy actually ticks in. And with that said, a short view, gentlemen, a short view back to the past. 30 years ago, Niki Lauda told us, take a monkey, place him into the cockpit, and he is able to drive the car. 30 years later, Sebastian told us, I had to start my car like a computer. It's very complicated. I should be doing the accent, shouldn't I? And Nico Rosberg said that during the race, I don't remember what race, he pressed the wrong button on the wheel. Question for you both. Is Formula 1 driving too complicated with 20 and more buttons on the wheel? Are you too much under effort, under pressure? What are your wishes for the future concerning the technical program during the race? Less buttons? More? Or less and more communication with your engineers? That was for £5. The things I'll do for money. That's before I remind you all that I'm a teacher. Nonetheless, I think we're about ready to go. So, I think we're sorting our final grid in lobby 1. See, I think the grid's ready in lobby 2. Let's double check. So, Tom in the chat says, yeah, money well spent, I'm sure. Money well spent, I'm sure. So, we'll get underway in a moment. Oh my word. So, just to bear in mind, MMR Luke Mitchell and Stygia are paid to start from the front. Oscar Zero is to start from the back. And Nick No One is to reverse for the next 2 seconds. In that case, I think we're good to go. And that reminds me as well, while I'm here, I think I also need to follow through with another donation I was provided earlier. So, let's get underway soon, please, guys, anytime soon. Oh. But again, this is all in the name of Cancer Research UK. This is we've got people initialising, so maybe some issues with more lobbies. But again, this is all in the name of Cancer Research UK. Again, if you want to take part in a donate to Cancer Research UK, the link is in the description below for the video. And I'm sure it'll be much appreciated by Cancer Research and by the guys who are supporting tonight. Again, this is all in aid of our colleagues Langster and Elite Digits, known as Phil and Chris. They've been in the comments tonight. They've been overwhelmed by the support, as everyone has here in the community. What was an initial target of £250 is looking to be tripled by the time we end the proceedings tonight, which would be absolutely incredible. I think maybe one of our lobbies might have started already, other ones are experiencing difficulties. But it looks like we're finally underway, and I think we have to start with Mr. Nick Noon, who has to reverse. Oh, he's not managed to hit reverse, but he is sat on the grid for 5 seconds. Oh, it's 5 second delay, of course, yes. So now he's off the grid. That's put him well back there in proceedings. So he'll be almost nowhere in this race. Let's have a look at Fam, of course, because Fam has a ram pass on Matt and Hockers. Possibly Hockers maybe already seen his ram, I'm not too sure. But as we see, Fam got the inside there. There is Matt in the blue and white, and I think we know what's coming next, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on tight, because this could get very ugly. Again, at Amigos, we normally encourage clean racing and sportsmanship, but if you've paid dirty money to the race organisers, you can do something like this. He's hit the wrong car. Wayno is going to be livid. Regardless, Luke Mitchell runs off into the lead there, 2.5 second gap. There's Fam in P2. Matt is third there, he's got V12 just behind him in P3. Mad Lad on the pad saw him pass there, up into P4, past V12, so past Wolfie, who's down to 5th now. He's got a half second penalty, I was over track limits, and there's Stiggy 458, he's going to blow us past him on the inside there, making the most of that. Is that actually 787B? Because it was blooming quick through there. As we see it, V12 has spun it there. Madad is sideways as well. Stiggy takes 2 places up into P4. Great driving there from Stiggy, very opportunistic. Malad in 5th, and now a whole gaggle of cars. Let's run on board from the back of Malad, actually. You can see Airbag, Matt, Oscar Zero, of course, have to start at the back of the pack. He's trying to find his way through as well. Hockers gets his way through as well there. Hopefully he's not been round by Fam just yet, but he might want to stay back there if he knows what's good for him. Mad Lad seems to be slow because he's got damage front and rear. He's not going to be helping his race. You can see his enormous string of MX-5s, almost like an iRacing event we've seen here, but with a couple more tyre spills, I think, as these guys make their way around the hairpin for the second time. Oh, this enormous string of Mazdas, these screaming 2-litre engines, probably not much more than about 200 horsepower if that, but absolutely hurled through the corners. You can see there the Mazda rolling as Mad Lad on the pad sends it through the long sweeping right-hander there. Our fastest lap there currently set by Luke Mitchell at the front there. He's walking away with this one. 5 seconds into the lead out of the first corner there. Fam in P2. Might have had to change if he wanted to ramp at the start of this race, I think, if he wanted to have a chance of winning. Stiggy 458 is in third place. We've got Wolfie in P4. A great comeback from Wolfie in a... Is that meant to be the Mitsubishi Eclipse from Fast and Furious? I think it is. They've even put the lights in at the back. That's fantastic. Livery of the race so far for Wolfie. Mad Lad in P5, Matt in 6th place there. Oscar Zero fighting from the back there in 7th. He's fighting from the back in black. Nick No One, despite his 5-second delay, is still up into P8. He's done a great job, and he's sizing up Oscar on the exit as well there. Let's see how he fares into the last corner. Oscar had a better exit there. He's just eking out a gap. But Oscar racing on the controller might face a disadvantage here for stability as they head through. In fact, to say stability, he's held it sideways. They're all trying to drift here, it seems, at Tsukuba. And it seems that he's that Wolfie in the wall there. It's very unfortunate there. Nick No One not quite with a chance to make a move into turn 1, but as he's trying to drift it again through there with Matt on the outside there, and he just throws him out for good measure. Nick No One up into P6, claiming 2 freebies. Stiggy seems to be fighting with Fam for P2 and 3. In fact, he's right up underneath Fam. Let's run on board then with Stiggy. It's that massive wing on the back of the MX-5, like a time attack setup he's got on there in that bright pink Mazda. Is Stiggy going to go for a dive one? No, so I'm looking around the outside. It's going to be very close. They are door banging through the hairpin. Stiggy's not quite been left in his space. He has just about in the apex there. But a great exit coming out of the corner could well put Stiggy up the inside for the final turn. They are going to be side by side. Stiggy drawing level, only half a tenth in it. As he slams on the brakes, coasting through, balancing on the throttle, a bit of a slide as well. And he's up into P2 again. Good drive there from Stiggy 458. He's got the fastest lap of the race as well. 1 minute 5.5. That is a scorching time there. Perhaps it really is one of those 4 rotors underneath the body of that Mazda. We'll have to get that one scrutineered later, I think. Fam in 3rd place though, Mad Lad in P4. We've got Oscar Zero in P5. Just behind him is Nick No One's to still again in P6. Despite that 5-second delay, he's had an incredible start so far. Let's see if he can get up into the top 5 by the end. Maybe he will do as their Mad Lad goes off. Oscar Zero is going to try and go around the outside. This will be a very bold move instead. He's not quite made it there, but he's going to know Mad Lad might well have damage. In fact, he does have damage. He's very lucky, but he's got Nick No One, or Nick Noon, right on the tail there. The Kiwi trying to find space there. And Mad Lad's gone wide. Nick's clattered into the front of him, and that is Matt up into P6 as well. There's all kinds of nightmarish driving going on here. And Nick is up at the top 5, despite being delayed at the start. An incredible drive from Nick so far. P4 might even be on the cards. We're going to jump on board there with the Kiwi. And throw the Mazda through that last corner, getting the back out there. Of course, the racing hard tyres, grippy as they are, might not be much use if the car doesn't weigh anything. And these Mazdas are like, they go like stab rats, don't they? Oscar massively understeering into the first corner. Oscar Zero for zero grip as Nick No One goes up the inside. But looks like Oscar's driving around the outside. They're going to be side by side through the left-right kink into the second hairpin, I should say. Oscar on the inside. Nick's gone very wide out onto the marbles, trying to keep some momentum, but Oscar is right up the inside there. Nick's going to try and go for a switcheroo, but to no avail. They are nose to tail under the Dunlop Bridge, and Matt is now sniffing a chance at a place here, but there's no dice there. He's going to go around the outside, maybe a late cutback. No, there's no cutback happening there. Nick No One holds the apex like his favourite grandma. And love that camera on the rumble strip. It's a fantastic action shot there. Nick still in the slipstream of Oscar Zero, just as Mad Lad is right up underneath Matt 237. Oscar defending to the inside there. You saw as we cut away from him. Just back there, we've got Wolfie still had to fend off V12 and Airbag. V12 has a penalty though, so Airbag will make a place up on the next lap, I'm sure. Airbag going very wide, but has to dab the brakes on the exit to avoid being sucked up onto the grass. Very fortunate for him there. Wayno in P11, Hockey's at the back in P12, so maybe he was round at the start, I didn't quite catch it. Can't see any damage to the back of his car. Luke Mitchell not quite running away as quickly as he was before. Only 3.5 seconds is the gap as we hit the halfway point of this race. Stiggy is in P2, still with his fast lap of 105.2, going quicker still. There might even be a 105 flat if he nails one of these laps in the near future. Farm is 3 seconds adrift there, almost 4 seconds. Fortunately, his ram pass might have gone to waste. We'll see if we can maybe extend that into the next one. As I've also seen a late donation from MMR Luke Mitchell saying, Cy Squidimus, may now promote Luke Mitchell's album Bruce's Broomus Brunei and Bra Moment, now available on major streaming services featuring songs such as Pancake, Rock Leg and Dr. Congo. So if any songs such as Pancake, Rock Leg and Dr. Congo sound like a appealing, relaxing piece of music to you, then tune in to this man, MMR Luke Mitchell's Bruce's Broomus Brunei and Bra Moments, available on Apple Music, Spotify and other major streaming services. Anyway, with that shameless plug out the way, Luke is now once again 5 seconds away from Stiggy. We saw was getting very sideways in turn 1. He's not quite pulled away as much from Fan though, he's going to reel him in as a result of all that sliding. Oscar is still in P4 though, Nick No One is not very far behind at all. I think there's a battle in just the course behind him as well. If we look back here, Wolfie's got V12 on his tail. V12 still has a penalty though. So as V12 goes for a very brave dive bar, I don't think there'll be any more moves happening for the time being. We will jump on board with Airbag. We'll see if he's going to reel in V12 as he lifts off for that half-second penalty. This back straight is an absolute killer for penalties, especially in cars like this that are so underpowered and momentum-dependent. Airbag reels him in for about a second and a half. That half-second penalty has cost about a second in its entirety by the time they hit the final corner. That might affect V12's momentum just very slightly. He's not quite made the apex, but Airbag also with a compromised line there. Not ideal, and he's going to have to sit in P9 for a little bit longer at least. Shuffling through the pack though, it seems our next close battle might well be, actually I say might have gone past it I think. He's probably still with V12 there, having to chase down Wolfie, and Matt 237 is just heading to the corner at the front of your shot there. Not many people in real fighting distance. Probably a good time to stream some relaxing music from Luke Mitchell's new album Bruce's Broomus Brunei and Bra Moments, available on Apple Music and Spotify and other major streaming services. We'll quickly double check if there have been any more donations. In fact, I found it quite offensive possibly Luke was donating while driving. He's got that much of a comfortable lead. I think perhaps Fam's ram pass might have to be reused on somebody else. So we've got about 5 minutes of racing left here at Tsukuba. Luke Mitchell heading through the first hairpin there. He's got a 6.4 second gap now to Stiggy 458. I was about to say Squiddy, but that's me. Stiggy 458 at the back of the pack. Just behind that ART Fam, still within touching distance, just within 2 seconds there. And of course, with cars as stock as these ones are, 2 seconds won't be too much of a gap to reel in if there's a slip or a mistake there from Stiggy. There is Fam in P3 in that bright pink Nissan. Oscar Zero in P4 has managed to eke out that gap from Nick for about half a second to 2 seconds. Make that 1.9 ahead out of the Dunlop Bridge. There goes Nick No One again, an incredible recovery from the back of the pack and 5-second penalty as well. Matt 237 there in P6, a really nice livery in his car as well, I must say. I do like those colour split cars, very interesting design. Wolfie there in P7, still got V12 for company in it must be the beautiful Soul Red. That is probably my favourite car colour, really deep red there. I wish all cars would cover those. Mazda only. Airbag there in P9. Is that a carbon finish? Looks like it is, yes. So possibly weight saving like the Williams F1 team were doing last year, stripping all the paint off, make the car as light as you can. Mad Lad down in P10. He's had an absolute nightmare of a race tonight, it seems. Wayno in P11. Hocker's same for him as well, down in P12. Not the best time. Let's see if there's any fighting going on here at all. It seems that Fam is reeling in Stiggy slowly but surely, but I don't think they're particularly close at the moment. We have got a battle though. V12 is starting to reel in Wolfie, so we'll jump on board then with V12 as he hunts down the Irishman ahead in the not Mitsubishi Eclipse, just in our view there. Wolfie's not quite gone for that double apex. V12's going to hold that one tight instead and power back out. Not as good an apex exit there as Wolfie. He's managed to take a couple of tenths or hundredths out of him there on the exit, and just enough momentum to keep him out of the slipstream and to gain that benefit back down the straight. Wolfie though going a little bit wide at apex, by tipping it late though. Both cars getting the tail out wide. Wolfie running very wide there. Of course, you can use all of that green runoff curb here at Tsukuba, but if you get a bit greedy, you will end up in the wall, and that will definitely kill your race. As Wolfie gets a bit unstable on the brakes there, catches a save very nicely, I must say. But V12 is now going to be side by side, almost heading in the S's onto lap 12. We've got about 2 minutes of racing left here, so maybe 2 or 3 more laps, I think. Like things after from a safety car. Might well need to be one as Wolfie goes off track. He does pick it back up, but at the expense of V12 taking P7. Luke has decided the safety car will not be happening, fortunately. So that means we'll have to keep the fighting going on as naturally as possible. We'll get some organic racing here, please, at Tsukuba. Joe to the front of the pack, though. Luke Mitchell still with a 7-second lead, but I think that was Stiggy really under pressure now from ART Fam. Fam has a half-second penalty, so he needs to make a move on Stiggy and cost him some serious time if he doesn't want to lose touch with this green and yellow Mazda heading on to the final lap. You see their Fam really holding that tight line. You see the car rolling through the corner there as he applies maximum lock, and a lovely chase camera here as Stiggy slams on the anchors down into the second hairpin. Again, Fam holding that line really tight and washing out wide to maximise momentum. Stiggy with a good exit though, and taking 3/300ths off of his previous purple lap. He could really do with a fast lap. In fact, it's like Luke Mitchell has indeed either slowed down or crashed, and that must be a slow down. Maybe wants to make it a bit more exciting for the final lap. It definitely will be the final lap with 50 seconds to go. It looks like they're also going to drop ART Fam, so it will be a front three show. And in fact, I think Luke is still lifting off to try and make this one a little bit more exciting. Looks like this is where our battle's going to be towards the end of the race. We shuffle through very quickly. Any more fights going on here? Looks like Matt is under pressure from V12 into the final corner to try and snag P6. Any move here? I don't think so. They're not going for it there. So we'll jump to the front one more time. Let's see Stiggy right on the back of Luke Mitchell. We'll jump on board there from the rear of Luke's car, maybe outside the roll cage, as we can see where Stiggy's going to go for a move. And he looks down the inside. No, Luke defends middle of the track. Compromised apex. So Stiggy is up the inside. Luke's have to close that door on him. He keeps him wide, keeps him honest, leaves racing room. Stiggy can't force it around the outside, got to tuck back in. There's just enough room on the inside, and Stiggy's going to force it up the inside. A great move there from Stiggy 458. Is Luke going to send it back on the inside though? He's not, but Stiggy might have expected it. He's gone wide. Luke Mitchell is back up the inside. This is going to make for some incredible racing. There is a side-by-side drag race. It's almost like this is scripted. I hope not scripting it. Luke is flashing his lights, but Stiggy is ahead. There's only one quarter remaining and 3/10 between them. This is going to go down to the wire. Both those cars pitching, diving and rolling as they head through the final turn, but it looks like it will just about be Stiggy to take the win. In fact, he's slowed down. Luke Mitchell cuts across, but into the wall, and Stiggy loses out by 1/10 of a second there. Fam within 5 seconds. Well, the top three within half a tenth. Incredible racing. Oscar Zero brings it home in P4. What a finish. V12 brings home P5. So where's Nick Noon gone? He was in P5 only moments ago. Wolfie 6th. A Mad Lad 7th with a spin across the line. Airbag in 8th. Matt is in 9th. And Nick Noon all the way down in 10th after an incredible fight back from him. Absolutely gutted. Tom Rosen in the chat there saying GG Luke. So a winner of the race by a skin of his teeth after a dominant race there. Just about got it. Will be this man here. MMR Luke. Chris in the chat there, Elite Digits. Congratulate Luke there, it says. If I load up my comments again. Great racing again, well done indeed. Chris Arthur90 saying, even your gutter can't join in tonight. Chris Arthur90, of course, known for his excellent TCR series that's just about finished. There will be a new one in the summer, so if you want to get involved, please hit the Discord link in the description below to sign up for that one. It's going to be popular, it's going to be exciting, it's going to have nitrous. How many leagues let you use nitrous? That's worth a sign up alone. Hit the Discord link in the description below. Another comment there from Chris. Commentary on top form also. Well, Chris, when you get racing like this, it commentates itself. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. We've got Tyler Atheist saying, Nick did a handbrake turn across the finish line 1 lap too early. Incredible. Okay, well, we've got another 5-minute pause before we get into our second lobby. So we'll get our 4th of 6 events prepped for tonight. That was our first of 2 road cars. The other one will be coming up a little bit later this evening, but you'll see us now transition to to Trial Mountain. And if my memory serves me well, Trial Mountain will see us driving the Toyota Supra GR race car. So this should be hopefully a much more refined event than the previous one. Let's make sure you know as well if the donations are open. And also I'll jump in the party chat and let's see if Fam actually used his RAM pass, because if not, I'm sure we can prolong that one for one more race. Let's get back in touch with Lobby 2.
The Supra GR4.
Yeah.
Hello, Lewis.
Good evening, everybody. You're live on ART TV. Please do not swear. Firstly, MMR LM, congratulations on that race. It was very close, I must say, at the end, but I do appreciate you making it spicy.
That was not scripted ending at all.
I do also want to remind you that, firstly, the donations are open once more if you wish to donate again. Also, can I get ART Fam only, please? Fam, you there?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Did you manage to redeem your RAM pass at all?
Not on me, didn't.
What do you mean?
Did you manage to acquire and find any of your targets?
No.
Would you like to use those same targets for this race?
Yeah, might as well, innit?
Excellent. In that case, Hockers and Matt, you have been warned.
I think I've got a 5-second penalty as well from the start, I believe.
Yeah,
let's have a look.
It's good. I've seen a donation from Luke 20 minutes ago and one from me just now.
So I have done. I did follow the donation from Luke 10 minutes ago, but I'm looking at a Stiggy donation now. So Hockers, if you're doing the lobby settings, we have MMR Luke, Oscar, and Stiggy to start at the back and reverse for 5 seconds.
Sorry. MMR, who else? Oscar?
Oscar and Stiggy to start at the back and a 5-second reverse.
Can you do me a favour? I made a donation, but I want to make sure that I went through. So keep an eye out for.
And I've also been told about the Juan Montoya Rising Number 1 interview.
Yeah, just Google it. It's funny.
How come it's popping up saying your user donated? How are you doing that?
We're just telling him.
Oh, I see. Right. So, for those of you watching at home, then, I have just one. I have one for Juan. Just one. One hypothetical Juan. As Juan, the Wonder Kid, the rising number 1 of Formula 1, one wonders, should Juan only win one Formula 1 one year? Or would Juan want to have won that one in round 1, Juan? I'm not trying at all to spin a yarn, Juan, but I just wish you the best. If we can all stay calm, Juan, just on your car, we wouldn't wish any harm on you or the car, but is that the way you approach your Formula 1 racing, Juan?
Well, 1 would have been number 1.
And with that tongue twister out the way, I'm going to leave you to it, because Stiggy, you're just annoying me at this point.
I'm about to send one in for you. So,
Okay.
£15 donation.
I'm keeping an eye. Let me have a look. 1 second, please, Mr. Mamurlarum. Wolfie, are you serious?
Let's go, Wolfie!
Wolfie for €100. That is.
Exit the race.
Okay, can I get first some absolute quiet, please? Because that is preposterous. Wolfie, on behalf of everyone in the world that's suffering from cancer, thank you. What would you like to have done with your money?
Everyone reverse.
Well done, Wolfie. Good stuff.
Well done, Jimmy.
Everyone exit lobby. No,
Wolfie, I'll literally any penalty you like. You want to start on pole with a 30-second lead? We'll give you that.
Oscar.
I'm just happy now.
Have you just started the race?
Yeah.
Everyone's going to exit out there, aren't they?
I was going to say that's a little bit premature, I think, guys.
Everyone apart from Wolfie, stop.
Alright, I'm gonna mute everyone apart from Wolfie. I'm gonna mute everyone apart from Wolfie because I can't hear him. Hang on, give me 1 second, please. Right, mute. Mute.
Back out.
Why am I staying on the track?
Wolfie, if you're there, mate.
Yeah.
For €100, is there anything you'd like to have done with the lobby? Because that is an incredible amount of money. Thank you so much.
No, I'm just here to help.
I mean, you don't want to give yourself like a lap head start or anything silly like that.
Yeah, sure, fine. Why not?
Excellent. In that case, I'll let them all know. I've probably heard it already. So, everyone is going to have to wait for Wolfie to complete his first lap. Then you may start the race. And again, Wolfie from...
Well done, Wolfie. Well done,
and again,
Wolfie.
I think if Lancaster and Elite are still watching this, they will be absolutely blown away by our generosity. Thank you so much.
Wolfie, can you exit the race now?
Well done, Jimmy.
And I've got one more thing to do in my race, so please don't disturb me. I'll have a full concentration now. Wow, I'm still blown away. It's incredible. Best of luck, guys, and you're going to need some luck because Wolfie's got a lap head start. Have a good one. Wow, if that was incredible. Urban Fire in the comments. Wolfie, what a guy, my man. That's absolutely incredible. €100. Again, and that's from someone who doesn't often race in ART, so that's a huge amount. That brings us up to £810. That's insane. We've got another donation from Luke Mitchell. Squid to commentate the Supras, but every time an overtake is showed, he must say "Christmas is here" in the highest voice possible. If you're watching at home, I do highly recommend that you turn your volume down. Also, GMAC for the £10. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. I don't want to check all our lobbies are ready. In that case, I think it is go. I've got two things to keep track of here. So, oh, what am I doing? Christmas is here. Really? It's February. It tried snowing yesterday and it didn't happen. Oh, again, the things I will do for money. Chris Brook in the comments, they're saying, wow, I'm blown away. Hope it wasn't a typo. It means so much. Wolfie did confirm that that's not a typo. He has genuinely meant that amount of money, and that is, again, sensational. So, for a small community like ours to raise such an incredible amount of money, especially with a donation like that as well, this is brilliant. We are actually legitimately on track to hit £900, maybe even £1,000. And £1,000 would be above and beyond the best thing I think I've ever done in terms of video gaming. So again, it's a massive thank you to everyone that's gotten involved. And everyone that's watching at home, thank you for your support, whether you're just watching or tuning in, just dropping in a comment. If you're sharing the video, liking the video, please do pass it on. If you can maybe send it to anyone that you know is live, like if it's Rory Alexander or Tijni or Key or Super GT, anyone that you think could be taking an interest in this would be fantastic. So I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to watch Wolfie on his parade lap. Actually, I should say this is now Wolfie, as Urban Pirates requested, Wolfie, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. So this will be Wolfie, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, taking his first lap of the race. Starting in second place will be ART. Hockers, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. In third place is Wayno, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. In fourth place, we've got Nick No One, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. In fifth place, it is Matt237. He's also King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. Airbag, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, will be in P6. Mad Lad on the Pad, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, will be in P7. V12, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, is going to be starting from P8. ART Fam, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, will be starting in P9. In 10th place is ART Terminator, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. In 11th place, ART Websons, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. Ted24, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, will be starting in P12. Stiggy458, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, will be in 13th place, I believe. And MMR Luke Mitchell, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, will be in 14th place, as I think these guys are practicing their reverse launches. So we'll jump back on board there with Wolfie very quickly, as he finishes his hot lap there. It's an incredible advantage he's going to have. Let's see how much it will pay off. And I think we're probably about 20 seconds away from Wolfie hitting at the front of the grid, at which point I fear Christmas will be here. He's coming around the last corner now. This is absolutely the stupidest thing I've ever done on any video game online ever. But Wolfie crosses the line to start lap 2 as everyone else makes their way out for lap 1. And they're off. Christmas is here! Christmas is here! Christmas is here! Christmas is here! As the ART Fam, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, is making his way side by side with Airbag, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, as Christmas is here! As ART Fam, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, makes his way past Airbag, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. In P2 is Nick No One, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, as ART Hockers, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, is sat at the back at the moment, having not started the race. We've got Matt237, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, under pressure from V12, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. He's looking to make a move running outside, but Christmas is here! Christmas is here! As ART Mad Lad on the Pad, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, makes his way into P5, along with Matt237, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, up into P4. It's probably worth saying that I bloody hate insects. If you shuffle down the pack though, try and stay as few names as I can now this time. We've got Airbag, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, side by side with a second Irishman in the lobby, Ted MC24, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. They're going to be neck and neck heading into the sweeper, and if we jump outside to our camera, the snow is falling all around us, children playing, having fun. Christmas is here as ART Terminator, King of the Wasp, who I love unconditionally, makes his way up into P12 and right onto the back of MMR Luke Mitchell, King of the Wasp, who I love unconditionally, as really, I'm struggling guys, I'm really struggling, I'm very sorry. Jump on board then with ART Fam, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, as he fends off V12, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. If you look in the background, I think Christmas is here. Christmas is here. As MMR Luke Mitchell goes up the inside of MMR Luke Mitchell, King of the Wasp, who I love unconditionally. I do apologise. Up the inside of Airbag, King of the Wasp, who I love unconditionally. And 2 in the wall. And Christmas is definitely here. Christmas is all around us. As Airbag, King of the Wasp, who I love unconditionally, is in the wall. Wolfie907, King of the Wasp, who I love unconditionally, is still in the lead, of course, by a healthy margin, even without his lap handicap. In P2, we've got Kiwi, as Matt237, King of the Wasp, who I love unconditionally, is in the wall, and Christmas is here for many, many people. Christmas is most definitely here, as Stiggy458, King of the Wasp, who I love unconditionally, moves up into P11 with a more aggressive move there on the blue Supra. Have I got to do this for another 10 minutes, really, guys? please, no more donations to that tune. We've got Aaron, €10 donation, thank you so much. Amy Bengoff in the comments, hope it's Bengoff or Bengo, £10, thank you boys. Keep going guys, you've got this, very kind of you. That brings us up to 50 donators and £829. You guys have been amazing so far. This is really an excuse to stop me from saying other drivers' names or anything about our favourite time of the year, just for a moment. If you look up the pack though, it looks like Mr. Luke Mitchell, King of the Wasps, will have unconditionally, has earned himself a half-second penalty, as just up ahead, Christmas is here for Ted MC24, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, as he makes his way past the pink car of ART Fam, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, who run on board, jump ahead to P4, with ART Wayno, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. He's hunting down V12 at King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, in P3. He's not even got a livery on, you traitor. There should be a penalty donation for that one, surely. Just up ahead though, our fellow Kiwi, Nick No One, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, is running away in P2. In fact, I believe he's just about overtaken our leader, Wolfie 907, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, but he's still a lap ahead, so a lot of work to do over the next 10 minutes. Shuffle through the pack a little bit more. There's a drag race going down straight between Wayno, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, and Ted 24, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, and he's sizing him up in the slipstream. Is there a late dive bomb on the inside? He's having a thought, getting into his head, but feathering the throttle and saving that move for another day. Tyre Squirrel is heavy as Wayno, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, is going very wide. Up the inside goes Ted, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, and Christmas is here. Christmas is here again, and Christmas is here for the third time. We thought it only came once a year, but it doesn't, as Ted MC, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, makes his way around P6 and takes P5. There is a bump on the wall that might invite some more competition. Let's jump back outside camera there. These two Supras are nose to tail. It could go any which way if they mess up this last corner. Of course, this left-hander, easy to get outside onto the marbles and ruin your run down the longest straight on the track. And a great slipstreaming zone here. You can see there's a 3/10 gap between these two drivers, as Wayno, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, is about to size up a move here on the drivers in front. Also, Maddo with a pad, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, has a 1 second penalty. That's one overtake. That's Christmas is here. Christmas is still here for two more drivers. There's a 1 second penalty for this driver, means he will be very slow on the home straight. Oh, we are halfway through and I'm absolutely knackered. I've still got two more races to do. I've got to drive in one as well. So I'll probably get the sim rig out in a moment. And there's heavy contact there between Maddo and the pad, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, and Wayno 237, 607, 807, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. But fortunately, both drivers seem to emerge unscathed. No damage on both drivers, it seems here, but still a 1 second penalty for the driver who uses the controller, whose name I don't want to say anymore, because I'm going to have an aneurysm. It looks like this driver here is conceding a place to the pink car driver. I try to avoid this as much as I can. Urban Pirate, I hate you so much. But I will do it because you've donated. In the meantime, there is the fast lap set there by V12 King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, with a 2 minute 3.07. So I've been told to refer to every driver. It's been very tricky. There's a bit of a Tokyo drifter going on in the Supra, but no time lost particularly there. However, he has also now overtaken our race leader to unlap himself. That was Wolfie 907, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. Just behind the second Irish driver here is ART Terminator, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. He's probably using his advanced Cyberdyne targeting systems to hunt down the Irishman in front of him, and he's doing so to great effect. 4/10 out of one corner. This could be an interesting back straight. Let's have a look here. Riding on board with a Toyota Supra, of course, in Granada, we're using the BMW 3 litre straight six there to full effect, revving it past 6,500 RPM, staying nice and tight in the slipstream, and there may well be a move on at the end of the straight here against Ted MC, King of the Wasp, who I love unconditionally. ART Terminator, King of the Wasp, who I love unconditionally. He's going for the inside move, and there's a late dive bomb on the brakes. And oh, it's so close, but Christmas is here for ART Terminator, King of the Wasp, who I love unconditionally. And a quarter second purple lap to boot. We might well see a 2:02 in the mix there, as our fast lap so far is from the guy at the back, ART Hockers, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. We've got a big scrap heading on just back there. Let's have a look at what's going on here. It looks like MMR Luke Mitchell, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, with his 20-litre V, is trying to defend from 2 suits behind him of ART Wayno, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, and ART Madlad, King of the Wasps, who I also love unconditionally. In P10 there is ART Webson's King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, and his missus as well, who I also love unconditionally. ART Hockers over the half-second penalty, and he's also, as it happens, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. One drive not seen this so far in this lobby is Stiggy458, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. He's at the back of the pack here. He's got a very bright purple Supra here. In fact, no, that's the Daewoo Matiz. We see ART Hockers, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, getting all kinds of sideways. You can do that in the Supra, but ideally not on the racetrack. Smoky drift, but holds it very smoothly. Good job there, ART Hockers, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. It's like the battle's heating up in the midfield though. We can see ART Wayno, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, is having to defend very aggressive there from ART Madlad on the pad, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. Say that 5 times first, that's worth a donation surely. Let's have a run on board then with the crazy controller guy as he hunts down the blue and white striped Supra. There's a bit of a bump on the barrier there, that's going to cost him on the exit, and in fact just behind him there, ART Webson's King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, might well have a chance at snagging some extra double slipstream from this battling duo. The jump outside, let's see, is he gaining at all? He is just within that 5/10 barrier, revving it to the top of the rev counter there as Stiggy King of the Wasps, who I want unconditionally, wants to donate a tenner, and I'm going to give that a firm no, because I'm running out of breath. Donation to hit Wolfie, absolutely not. Wolfie, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, has deserved that by a country mile. Jump forward a bit though, here sees there ART Fam, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, is bearing down on Luke Mitchell, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. His car seems to be MSC Veg certified. I'm not too sure exactly what that means, but he must be packing quite a punch under the hood there with his Weeb Sports and his 20-litre V. I didn't even know you could get a 20-litre V in the Supra. Maybe it's a Gallo 24. In fact, it's a 20-litre V6 Esco, such car, as he, Wolfie, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, makes way for Luke Mitchell, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, and Fam, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. It's going to be a drag race here down through the first corner. Both cars almost flat to the floor. A bit of a smoky drift there from Luke Mitchell, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. And Christmas is almost here, I must say, for ART Fam, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, heading into the long left-hander there. It's all about maximising the corner exit without ending up on the grass. And he almost did that there, side by side, through this right-hander into the canyon section. And a brave move around the outside. Christmas is here. Get your presents wrapped, send your cards, get the turkey in the oven and set that pudding on fire. What a move from ART Fam, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. We've got a minute and a quarter left of this race here, plus whatever's remaining of the lap count there, as Nick Nolan, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, has extended his P2 lead to almost 6 seconds there over V12, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. He's also got a 4-second gap there to the battling duo we were watching a moment ago. It seems that Ted MC24, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, has now broken that gap back to these other drivers. As Christmas is here once again, ART Fam, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, is on the inside and back up into P5. But I'm sure Luke Mitchell, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, is not going to let that run with no consequence. As he says, we must be very careful because it seems here that hello, Siam Book, and Luke Mitchell, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, has put it straight into the wall. That allows ART Wayno, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, to get ahead up into P8, but he'll have a half-second penalty to serve. That might allow ART Hockers, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, to take his P8 from him. We're going to ride on board then with this man as he heads into the final corner there. The penalty is about to be served as he heads through the yellow gates. That's a half-second penalty. That's going to be way more there. As oh goodness me, Wolfie, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, is pulled over to the side of the road, presumably allowing his drivers to get one more lap in They cross the line. This is our winner here with an incredible €100 donation. Well, actually, that's not him. That's RT Terminator King Ross well unconditionally. I do apologise. Both the orange cars. In fact, it looks like he's going to sit on the line and let sure their drivers get across the line and cause a bit of a show. As he has a 1 minute 48 advantage. Wolfie 907, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. For the final corner, is there a battle going on there? Couldn't quite see it. No, I think that is just a Stiggy, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. Battle with Luke Mitchell, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. I know what they're trying to do because Christmas is here. Christmas is here. Christmas is here. Christmas is here. As Stiggy 458 is it's about to cross the line, but no, Christmas is here. Christmas is here yet again. It's a side-by-side race and finish between Stiggy, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, and Luke Mitchell, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally. It's neck and neck as they're about to cross the line. Christmas is here. Christmas is here. Any more drama as they head to the final. Christmas is here, and Luke Mitchell, King of the Wasps, who I love unconditionally, takes it on the line. Oh my god, I'm absolutely knackered. Urban Pirate, you better watch this back. That was all for you, sir. And again, thank you so much for getting Black Country Esports into this. I'm more than happy to ridicule myself if it raises more money for charity. We're currently £829 strong. As I'm about to jump into the final lobby for this evening. Tom Roasting in the chat. Christmas is here. I'm worried of giving my fiance psychic damage in the other room. No, so some people are leaving, so we may be cut down a couple of members for this last race. Goodness me, the 21 of you watching, thank you so much for tuning in, for watching me make an absolute muppet of myself in the name of fundraising. I was about to announce this to my work colleagues tonight to say if they were interested in watching, but I think I'm quite glad I didn't. Otherwise they might never talk to me again, or I might have an influx of children shouting Christmas is here each time they answer the register, which would be far from desirable. Right, as we jump into lobby 1 for our 5th race of the evening, I believe this will be, or what have we not raced in yet? There's a surprise coming up at the end, and we should be in the Ford F-150 Raptor at Road Atlanta. So we jump into the party chat, we're going to get this one ready, and I'm also going to open the donation window. You've got a 5-minute respite from me, guys, so if you want to make a cup of tea, forget that Christmas is not here for another 8.5 months, 10.5 months, that's completely fine. I'll join you in a moment. I'll join the party chat in a moment. Hello, Squid. Good evening, guys. You're live on RT TV. Please do not swear. Firstly, anyone who wants me to say Christmas is here or King of the Wasps who I love unconditionally can go do one.
Yeah, please don't say that.
But secondly, the donation window is now open. Please bear in mind as well, there was also a bonus option added. If you wish to donate £5 for no hassle to hit the pit wall at the final lap of the race, regardless of where he is on the grid, that is also an option for you. So you've got 5 minutes, guys. I'll be tracking the donations.
Ooh, Road Atlanta. Ooh.
We've got a £20 donation from Matt Jones. Is Matt Jones in the chat here?
I am, mate, yes.
Matt Jones is in the chat. Matt Jones, for £20, that is 2 RAM passes. Ooh, goodness me. Yes, that is 2 RAM passes. What else have we got, Fallon? I need to remind myself quickly. Where's my donation options? That is 2 RAM passes. Or you could start 2 races from the front row and send 2 drives to the back for 2 races. What would you like to do?
I think I'll ram someone considering we're in trucks.
Excellent. We've got 2 round. That reminds me, I should be joining this race as well. Actually, I've completely forgotten. I've been paid to do that.
Is it the Ford F-150?
It is the Ford F-150. I don't think we can select it at the moment. Let me try and find it. Where is my truck?
GT Raptor 11.
Yeah. I see. I find out it's a wide body one, isn't it? I can't race it. Oh, I hope not. Oh no, I don't think I can race it because it's not a wide body one. I'll join you for the next race. Then don't worry. I haven't seen anything. I've only just joined your lobby.
Squid, do you have the Toyota? Do you have the Toyota and just try that instead?
No, it's okay. I'll sit out. It's fine because I'd rather you guys
sure?
race deliveries you've made. It's completely fine. You go.
Okay, that's fine.
This makes for good watching anyway.
Hang on,
Better watching than driving.
I'm joining back.
So, Matt, while you're here, then, could you please announce to the party which 2 drivers you're targeting tonight?
Ooh. Gotta go Seth, because we've had some good battles. And I'll go Pig, because we've had some good battles as well.
Okay, in that case, Seth and Pig, you know your cards are marked. So, please be wary. We've currently just hit £884. That's incredible support. Thanks to everyone that's donated.
Nice.
That is absolutely insane.
Cuzzy, yeah.
So I think we're going to get underway in just a moment. I'll make sure all our other lobbies are ready. So
I've just got to do the grid, Squid.
Of course, that's fine. That's fine. I've not seen any more donations about people in the back.
I'm doing one now.
You better not
anyone in
start from the
Lancaster?
back again, Hassel.
I am doing one right now.
Okay, this is definitely the last one then. I'm still refreshing the page. Mrs. No Hassle has put a comment here on on YouTube.
Sorted.
Mrs. No Hassle, she says, Super Squid, no, Miss No Hassle here. Well done, everyone. Massive support. Go No Hassle.
Well, that's probably into a wall, isn't it?
Laxter, do you want to change your donation at all based on that support?
Well, I've already sent it, so we're sending half to the pit.
We're sending No Hassle to the pit wall, I believe it seems.
Oh, God.
And then
So
we've
that's-
also got a smash pass on. Oh, who are we going to go with? Cuzzy.
So obviously, bring it. You just wasted your money, pal.
Okay, so that is.
I just love it how I haven't been a target, so.
Okay, so just to clarify, we've got Matt with a ram pass on Pig and Seth, Lankster with a ram pass on Wooly and who was that other one?
As if I ain't been rammed enough tonight. Look.
Wooly and who?
Wooly and Cuzzy.
Wooly and Cuzzy, and a No Hassle Pitwall donation.
Brilliant.
So we can tell Lankster
So
the train
it
driver.
seems,
We can tell Lankster the train driver who's getting paid loads. He's making donations by himself. And also, thank you to Luke Mitchell with a £35 donation for the absolute tomfoolery of the last episode's commentary. So I'll double check through it already.
Hassel, we have another Tsukuba on our hands.
Oh, do we? Alright, okay, what's that?
Okay, I'm going to... it's okay if you can't join the actual track, because when you hit the race start, you'll be able to race.
Alright, okay.
So we had the issue with Tsukuba when none of us could get out the pit.
So I'm going to quit this one now then, wait for the host to tell me ready, and then have a good race 5. Good luck, guys.
Okay.
Well, hopefully nothing else about Christmas and wasps. That's driving me crazy. I need to have a quick sip of some cool, refreshing fruit twist drink. Again, to the 22 of you that are tuning in, thank you so much for this. This is, I think, the most watched video we've had so far. If we can at least get 10 likes as well, that'd be great too. We've hit, what did I say it was a minute ago? £884 of donations. That is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much to everyone that's donated. We've had lots of small ones, we've had some really massive ones, all in aid of Cancer Research UK, thinking of our colleagues Lankster and Elite Digits who were unfortunately diagnosed last year. If you hit the start, you'll have heard that Elite has just undergone some keyhole surgery. He's currently on some medication as well. It's not doing him a ton of favours, for honest, but he is getting there. He's nearing the end of his journey, hopefully. Lankster, meanwhile, has had his diagnosis not so long ago. He'll be starting chemotherapy very soon, and of course, everyone here at Amigos Racing Team is wishing them the speediest of recoveries, hopefully just as fast as they are on track, and we hope to see them fighting fit as soon as possible. And of course, our thoughts go out to their families as well, their friends, their loved ones, everybody who's counting on them. We're all here behind you guys, and we all wish you the very best. So we've got 1 lobby ready, 2 lobby ready. And hopefully a final lobby ready. Maybe a donation from your lobby. I double check quickly. Hockers to start from the back. from V12. He's not even in our lobby, but never mind. Okay, make sure we're all starting at the same time. Okay, any more donations? I think that's probably the last one. Hopefully the last one. Yep. Oh, £20 from Cuzzy as well. Oh, yeah, actually, it's £20 from Cuzzy. Has Cuzzy made a donation? Oh, actually, I'll just apply quickly and double check. Goodness me, another donation right at the end because these things get very delayed. I've got no idea who's donating what. Right. Oh, goodness me. Right. Hi, guys. Sorry, just to check before I back out again. Cuzzy, £20 donation. I've just seen it come through right now. So far, we got V12 donated, not even in the lobby. Hockers, you're going at the back. Lankster to hit past the pit wall. Cuzzy and Bonnie are getting rammed from Lankster. Pig and Seth are getting rammed by Matt. Cuzzy, what do you do with your £20?
You can put Lankster at the front and then make him reverse for 2 seconds.
Yeah. Doing it now. Sorting that now.
Let's just add one up very quickly. So, Lankster at the front, that will cost you... let's see... That would cost you £7. To reverse for 2 seconds, that's £14. You've still got £6 left. So you could put Simo at the back. You could put
He'll be at the back anyway.
You could put Wooly at the back. You could put Jonesy at the back. He's not been here for years. He should be at the back.
To be honest, I've done myself over big time here, haven't I? Because I should have just kept my mouth shut, and now I'm a target.
Alright, in that case, I think we're probably about good to go then. So we'll start.
Nah, squid.
Yep.
What do I get? I redeem my vouchers.
I haven't seen your donation come through yet, so if it comes through, you
I've
get
seen the 5 gone through, yeah.
Sorry, can I just check? Sorry. Wooly's also got a donation in to start Lankster directly behind him in last place.
In the last race.
Oh, in the last race. Okay, got it. Oh, in the last race.
So that will do fine.
Okay, so it's Lankster on pole, reversing for 5 seconds, and it's going to be chaos. We're all going to start. I'm going to make sure everyone gets the go message.
Yeah.
All right, all going now, please. I'm going to jump out into party chat. Good luck, guys. And
right,
wait, Hus says wait. Back out 1 second.
Oh no! That was wait to the others. It's fine.
Oh,
right,
okay. Right, go now. Right, this is going to be absolute chaos. 944 is it up to now? 944. We could actually hit 1,000. That would be absolutely incredible. So let's wait until they actually get moving. This is going to be chaos. This was my car of the bunch. The 4550 is a jump start. There's Lankster reversing it for the grid. That is absolute chaos at the start. And out of all of that, Simo has gotten away. Jonesy and P2. There's a lot of ramming going on. There's some passes being redeemed there. Lankster's absolutely clouted the Jovis. But with some 4550s at road at Lance, I don't know what else you expect. Someone is sideways at the back. I think that is DeJovis, who's now trying to go backwards. Big Stick is at the back of the pack. Simo has managed to get out of this one very, very unscathed, but I doubt it's going to last very long as Pedro is bearing down. Look at the speed of Pedro there. I think we can hear some horns blaring as well. This is going to be an absolutely nutty race, I'm sure. Simo running wide, that's probably going to incur him a half-second penalty. And Pedro is going to eat him up down the straight. Let's have a look there. Riding up so high in these, aren't we? So Pedro's giving a bit of a nudge down the back, or light contact, that's just about okay. Bonnieval's going to have a look at the inside, that's P2 for the Monster Livery truck, as Simo and Pedro gone wide. Scuderi's got a half-second penalty, he's drifting a bit as well. Absolute bonkers keeping it clean though in P5, but he's got a half-second penalty. It's not as clean as it should have been ideally. Wooly also with a 1 second penalty. There's going to be a lot of penalties, I think. Drivers not making their braking zones. No hassle, the brick wall. He's going to find that one later, I'm sure, as it looks like Lancaster has now taken out Cuzzy in that corner. We might well see some revenge later down the line. Pixie down in P10. He's got Jovis right behind him. Jonesy in P12. The 2 second penalty. There's going to be a lot of penalties being served here, I'm sure. You see a lot of ghosted trucks. Bonneville has taken the lead though off of Simo in the meantime. You see the Jovis swerving out of the way, doesn't know Josie's penalty is a big one. But also Josie, it's good to see him back. He's been gone for a very long time, so it's nice to have him back in our community. Bonneville are leading by 0.2 of a second. Simo is hot on his heels. There's a dive down the inside from Simo. Simo is a boxer, but he's going to punch his way through to the lead. He is indeed in the lead. He's got P1 now as they head over the hill into the blind turn 3. Simo is on the apex. Bonneville going to try to go around the outside. He's left racing room, very kind from Simo. Bonneville will take that and run with it. They're still side by side heading down the hill. This can be chaos. Bonneville's been bumped off the track. He's going to have to flat it out. Simo is in the wall. That's a huge crash there from Simo. And Pedro will then take P2 back off of him. These two are going to be side by side down once more as they head into the second straight and the double right-hander here at Road Atlanta. Again, completely forgot to mention Road Atlanta F-150s. This is only going to go well. We jump back in the midfield where I'm sure more of the action's happening. We've got a big train here, I think. We've got Lancaster in P7, followed by No Hassle. Cuzzy is in P9, just a touch behind there. I say it underneath the diffuser, but I don't think these have got diffuser. They've got skid plates instead. Is there a dive at the inside? No, there is not, but he doesn't have to make that pass. So we saw with Matthew Francis here in the TCR tournament, you don't have to force the pass if there's a half-second penalty on instead. You just wait here and be 3 seconds away by the time he serves it. You can see like this beautiful parade of Americana heading down the back straight at Road Atlanta. Peakstig starting to serve his penalty, so Cuzzy goes right around the outside of No Hassle. No Hassle, of course, we know, regardless of where he finishes, will have to serve a penalty at the end of the race. Right into the pit wall. So this could be a very interesting race, as the horns are blaring there from ART Lancaster. So this is now lap 3. We've got another 12 minutes of this to go. It's going to be crazy. So we're going to see here Bonneville is 2 seconds up there. So we see Bonneville is 2 seconds away. Sorry, best half my phone there. Bonneville 2 seconds away, made 1.8 seconds as Pedro is hunting him down there in P2. I don't think I've seen Pedro race with ART before, but he's clearly got pace, even in a truck. He's doing very well. A good first show there from Pedro Afonso. Simo in P3 there. With a half-second penalty, as all these trucks getting a bit sideways, using all the exit curb there out of the second right-hander. Absolute bonkers is trying to fend off ART Wooly there. I'm trying to say, is that maybe inspired by the racing stripes off the Mad Max Police Interceptors? I cannot remember. But bonkers there, fend off Wooly. I'm not. Does the slipstream even count in these things? I really don't know. These things run up so high. Scuderia in P6, Lancaster in 7th. I think he served a penalty there. We've got Cuzzy's coming up right behind him with a full head of steam. But is that full head of steam going to end up in the chicane? Let's have a look. Maybe a cheeky line up there in the rearview mirror, but nothing happening there. No Hassle trying to make his way past Peakstig. Peakstig very late on the brakes. No Hassle speared into the chicane there. I don't know if Stig's redeemed his ram pass, but that seemed very, very rough. There's No Hassle. Does what he does and eats that pit wall nose first. Jonesy, who was up in the front a little while ago, is in P12. I think it's maybe caused a bit more of a traffic jam than he'd like to here among P4 and P3 as Wooly turns into him, sends him off the track. We've got some trucks spinning around here in the middle first sector of Road Atlanta. Bonneville though still in the lead from Pedro, 1.2 seconds away throwing that truck through the chicane. Very nice drift there. Perhaps a little dab of the handbrake, I think. There is indeed definitely a dab of the handbrake, trying to get the rear of it around Pedro 2 in P2, but only a second away now, so maybe the handbrake turns aren't quite going the way Bonival wants. You see him trying to break the slipstream from Pedro here. Not sure it's an effective tactic in a car that probably weighs about 2 tons and rides about 2 meters high. Regardless though, a bit of dirt kicking there has cost him some time. Pedro is going up the inside there, which is the outside of Bonnie. He's going to try and take the lead. Bonnie's going to be late on the brakes. It'll be side by side into the chicane. He's going to make for some great racing. Whenever he tries to shut the door in, but he has been nudged wide there with a compromised line. Pedro up the inside takes P1. And that Bonival is down into P2. Simo in 3rd place there. Quite a long way back off of the leading duo. He's got absolute bonkers behind him in P4. Look at these massive trucks roll their way through the final corner. Look at all the lean and the body roll. Excellent stuff. You love to see it. ART Lancaster's got a 3-car train there with Ryan Baggino and Scuderia 51 tucked up just behind them. Cuzzy does have a ram pass, we said before, but I don't think he's planning to use it. He's instead spent that money on moving the drivers around the grid a little bit there. So you got to love Cuzzy's logo on the truck bed there. Very nicely done. So Scuderia is right behind there. Lancaster is just starting to pull away. Meanwhile, Pigstig is in P8. He's 8 seconds off of that battle there. And we've got Wooly down in P9 with a bit of front damage there. Maybe a collision coming out of the final turn. Dijovis in 10th there in his purple. Dijovis, who also I think must be commended. He works in the medical profession. I'm sure he has to deal with many instances of people suffering on a daily basis. So a massive shout out to Dijovis for serving the people in one of the noblest ways possible. Urban Fire says he's donated £5 for Squid to sing the French national anthem during the stream. If you'd all stand up please and join me for a very poor anglicised rendition of the Marseillaise. Allons enfants de la patrie, le jour de gloire est arrivé. Contre nous de la tyrannie, l'étendard sanglant est levé. Ah, c'est lucky, c'est mal. L'étendard sanglant est levé. Entendez-vous dans vos campagnes mugir ces féroces soldats? Ils viennent jusque dans vos bras, égorger vos filles et vos campagnes. Aux armes, citoyens, formez vos bataillons. Marchons, marchons, qu'un sang impur abreuve nos sillons. It's a little bit more upbeat than God Save the King, but it is about blood and soldiers, so each their own. Now that we're done with the formalities, we can see Pedro Afonso serve a half-second penalty there, extending the lead from Bonival from about 1.8 seconds to almost a second over the top of that one. We've got 5 minutes left here at Road Atlanta, and hopefully no more national anthems. I'm not doing any more national anthems. Don't put them in. It's not happening. So we've got more horns blaring at the traffic jam of turn 1. Ronnie's badge, there, side by side with Scuderia 51 down the straight, and absolute bonkers. It's only 1.5 seconds away. Urban Fire says, thanks mate, legend. Well, I mean, if he's going to take the donation and total up even more, then I've got little to no problems with that either. We're at £949, ladies and gents. This is an absolutely incredible showing from the community. Thank you so much. Lancaster and Elite will be overwhelmed with support, I can guarantee. But please, no more national anthems or stupid commentary talk. At least until the next charity special, because my lungs can't take it. They are side by side and all kinds of sideways heading down this middle sector. Ryan's Badger having to shut the door on Scuderia there. But We saw him race quite fiercely at the start, and he's just about kept it on the track there. Is he going to escape penalty free? I'd be very impressed if he does. And I think he's just about going to make it, using every extremity of the track there. He's done an absolute worldy move there against Ryan Badgino. Fantastic driving from Scuderia. And just as well, with that half-second penalty, Ryan Badgino is really going to want to get away from this battling group. In fact, get away from the group. He's been bumped out of the way by absolute bonkers, but he's got 1.5 second penalty to get rid of. So that means Lancaster may well take him down the straight here. Pigstig is coming down the straight as well in P7. Is that a pig smell? An irony of Red Bull. Very good. Woody there in P8. We've got Simo in P9 with a half-second penalty. Jovo in P10. No hassle. Doing his thing. Doing his best. In P11, throwing the brick wall there over the rumble strip. Fantastic, we love to see it. And again, I cannot thank No Hassle enough for putting this all together. I might be the voice and the excitement of this event, but No Hassle is by all means the brains and the heart. He's put this whole thing together, brought the whole community in to get involved as much as they can, and he's the reason that Cancer Research UK is £949 richer, at least so far. So thank you so much, No Hassle. You've done an incredible job. So we've got 3 or so minutes left. And it looks like, as it stands, No Hassle is not having a particularly good race here. He's very lonely, it seems, with 47 seconds left to go. Bonnie Val, I think it's almost about to lap him at this pace. Not doing particularly well there. The rest of the pack really is bunching up. And Urban Fire saying thanks Hassan Squiz, it's been an awesome event tonight, and again it's all in part to No Hassle. He's put this together, and again Chris and Phil Lancaster and Lake were more than happy to put this on for everybody and raise awareness of such an important cause as that Scuderia goes off into the grass there. As they said earlier, 1 in 2 people likely to be affected with cancer at some point in their lives, be it directly affected or maybe indirectly affected with family members. So please make sure whether you're a man, woman, or you identify as anything else in this time, that you are checked if you have any concerns, any small lumps, any sudden illnesses, prolonged upsets, that you go and check with your GP or your doctor, because anything that you think may not be worth checking out could quite literally save your life, as Lancaster has found out today. No Hassle in the chat, they're saying slow. What's happening here? Bonnie Val's making a late dive bomb for the lead there. As we're slowing down, I can't quite tell what's happening here. This is very strange. So these two are slowing down. Rice Badge, is still going full tilt by the looks of it. But Pigstick is going to full send, definitely going full send. We've got hazard lights on, so there seems to be some kind of a process going on, maybe some kind of a parade. I'm not too sure. Let's have a look. Absolute Bonkers is still going fairly heavy, with a lot of damage by the way, and a spin to boot. Now, as I said, bunch up. Lancaster is going to take a 3 place P5, and they're all slowing down at the S-bend, so a little line forming up here. I say a little line until somebody didn't quite get the message. THD Scuderia barreling in there, very unceremoniously. Wooly's part of this now. Bonkers is catching up. DeJovis as well is going almost full speed. No Hassle. He's got to get his foot down, because otherwise I don't think he's going to make the finish line at this rate. And in fact, he's going to stop right there on the screen, racing for Langston Elite Digits. Excellent timing. In fact, he's reversing. I've got no idea what's going on here. Josie's catch up to the back of the pack. We've got a little bit of slowing down happening here, so possibly they want to push No Hassle over the line. Maybe as a sign of gratitude. That'd be really nice, actually. It'd be really lovely. So we might well then see No Hassle cross the line in P1. There's a huge send at the back there. Who was that? Donated again just for Squid to say, I'll put that in my basket in the campus voice possible when each driver crosses the finish line. Oh my word, what are we seeing here? Well, there's No Hassle. He's at the back, but now I guess he's at the front. Elite just has done £10 for me to say something camp as they cross the line, so I don't know if this is a supermarket sweep reference. I think I'm probably just about too young for that, but regardless, it looks like No Hassle is actually going to lead them over the line unless wait, No Hassle's got his pit wall penalty. This can only mean one thing, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Right on cue, no hassle, spears into the pit lane. He's almost blaming the wall there, blasting the horns, and that's going into my basket, that's going into my basket, that's definitely going into my basket. ART William P3, Bonnie Val with the win. Pigstig in P4, that's going into my basket. Simo, that's going into my basket for P6. Jonesy, he's been lapped, that's going into my basket. Both of these two, they're going into my basket. Ryan in Padgett in P8, definitely going into my basket. Later down in P9, the bit useless drive from him, but that's going into my basket. Jovo is reversing from P10, trying to say no hassle, that's going into my basket as he crosses the line. And finally, ART DeJovis crossing the finish line, that is going into my basket. Well, I've got no idea why I'm saying that's going into my basket, but it's what's been asked. I'll put that in my basket. I guess I missed it slightly, but hopefully I've done you justice there, Elite Digits. Please tell me in the comments what the reference was for. Was it Supermarket Sweep? Because I know I was hosted by the effervescent Dale Winton, God rest him. So perhaps it's a little tribute to him there, but no hassle, do what no hassle does best, and eating Armco for the benefit of the greater good. And that leaves us with just one more race. We're currently on £959. I think what I'm going to do then, we're going to have just a little bit more of a gap here. If anyone wants to donate to finish this last race up in style, we'll take as many donations as we can. So hopefully this one's going to finish up in a second or so. Actually, if everyone donates, I'm never going to keep track of that. I think it's best keep it to the people in the lobby. So we'll just have people in the lobby donating for the last race. This is going to be a fun one, so I think while they're setting up, I better get my racing rig ready. Because if there's a chance at winning something, I've got to take it. I've been on a good vein of form recently, as the guys in the sprint series will tell you. So I'm going to put myself on mute just for a moment so there's no furniture breaking in the background, and I'll join you in a second. Right, so I think I'm almost ready to get racing for the last one. And again, thanks to No Hassle, he's bought me a place for. I suppose I can now compare myself to the likes of Nicholas Latifi and Lance Stroll in Nikita Mazepin in terms of unsuccessful pay drivers. But let's see if I can snag a win. At least one more win label got put together, right? Can't be too bad. I'm going to jump into the lobby very quickly just to keep track of any other donations that come through. And then we'll get the last lobby setting. So, 1 second. Good evening, everybody. For the last time you're live on ART TV, please do not swear. You've got one more donation window, just while I get my rig set up and ready to race. Thank you, No Hassle, for making me a paid driver for this evening. And I can be included in the donations. If you want to put me to the front, put me to the back, force me to reverse, give me a ram pass, I will donate as well. So I'll catch you guys up in a moment, okay? I'll join you when the donation window closes.
Okay, cheers.
Right, Now, as I've got no idea what to do, I'll leave it to you in the comments. I have a budget of, let's see, I have a budget of £20, and I shall spend it any way the commenters see fit. So the first comments I get adding up to £20, I will redeem as you choose. Let's check what I'm using for this car. I think I'm using the Genesis. I do have got a Genesis. It's probably not in a particularly interesting livery, but I should have one anyway. We've got here take out, no hassle. We've got race backwards. Well, I can't race backwards. I could reverse from the start possibly, but definitely not race backwards. That would be pretty bad. Sing a song while driving. I'm definitely doing any more singing. I think after my dreadful rendition of the French national anthem, I'm not singing anymore. So if you could keep the comment suggestions just to the ones that are prescribed in the Discord, which is mainly bumping people around the grid, or reversing off the grid, penalty at the back or the front even. Anything you like. Oh, I've got a ticket, haven't I? Yes. We've not just hit 1,000. You're kidding. No. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just broken the £1,000 barrier. J-Lad with a £25 donation. Thank you very much, J-Lad. That's incredible indeed. £1,028. This can be, I have no words. This is absolutely incredible. I just want to share the news with all the people on our Discord who might not be seeing us tonight. But this is insane. Tom says, I'll drop £5 for you to read your full postal address. I suppose if you pay me £10, I'll give you my credit card details as well, right? That's not happening, my friend. But if you're on the comments, you've got another 3 minutes or so to drop me your ideas. I don't know if Jaled is in this lobby. I don't think he is, so I can't say. Wolfie, another €50. Wolfie, you got to pay your bills, mate. You got to stop doing that. But thank you so much. That's very kind of you. That's definitely should be the 1,028 barrel. I must have had a huge surge there over the last couple of people. Let's have a look. Ready. Mike's grid is ready, so lobby 3 is there. Lobby 2 is still going. Lobby 1, I think we're almost ready to go. And again, Mad Dads, hats off to everyone and the entire community. Indeed, they've been incredible. Let's see. So we're on £1,028. So I'll put my £20 in. Let's see, who do I want to absolutely ruin for this one? We're going to put, so for £20. So I've not had any suggestions, so I'm going to have to make this one as I go along. Let's see what I'm going to do with my money then. Where are we? 3 and 7. Okay, let's go to the party chat and quickly check on all the donations, because I think we are almost ready to go. That last race may or may not have been rigged at the end, but I don't want to spoil it for everybody. Okay, are we there, guys? ART TV, keep it clean.
Oh yeah.
Hello?
Hello. Right, I've got a donation coming through here from Super Squid, whoever this is.
Oh, that guy.
Your boy.
Indeed. What is wrong with this? Oh, there we go. Oh, my keyboard is playing up now. So, my donation says, for £20, Jovis and Wooly to start from the back.
Okay. To be fair, Willie was pretty much at the back anyway, but yeah.
And also, Langster and Cuzzy to reverse for 2 seconds.
Yeah! Brilliant.
Has someone actually started me at the front, or is that just where I am because of the?
No, that's where I've put you. Where do you want to go? Your choice.
I'm happy with that, to be honest. I don't mind.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Oh,
actually, I'll tell you what. Put me on the row in front of Langster and Cuzzy. Just so I can give them a metaphorical middle finger as I drive away.
So the row in front?
Yeah, so they're on the back row and I'll be one in front of them.
Okay, well yeah, you're pretty much there anyway. So yeah, they're 3 and 4.
Excellent, right, well my wheel is on. I think my wheel is on.
Brilliant.
It is. Right, so those of you watching at home, I've probably driven this car maybe 3 times, but given all my opponents are either driving backwards or at the back, we should be okay. So, when you're ready, no hassle, and good for you to start.
Okay, let's go.
I'm going to make sure all the other ones start as well. Hang on. Where's the other chat? This one.
I'll put go.
Yep, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Nice livery you're running there, no hassle.
Yeah, I found it somewhere.
And Seth as well.
Right. Pleasure, mate.
How long we got to reverse for?
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Can you edit other people's designs now? Can you? Because they didn't let you do that in GTF.
Yeah, you can, but you can't share them.
Alright, I'm going to quickly jump out of the party chat there so I can try and concentrate on my race. I'll try and give you a decent lap guide as well. But I can't promise it will go to plan. Let's make sure the handbrake's on, the traction control's on for the start. Oh, I'm starting in seconds. Okay, never mind. And that's absolute chaos. I was planning to get away. Let's go. No hassles on my left. I'm feeling for a little bump coming on here, maybe. Turn 1. He's going to go a little bit wide. No, I've not braked properly. Back's coming around. Catch it. Alright. We're in the clear. Langster and Cuzzy are still 6th and 7th, so the reverse didn't seem to cost them too much time. Chicane of Death, though, might be quite a problem. It's been a little bit conservative first time round, I think. Off the throttle, 4th gear. Oh, in the wall, that's no good, but no damage. Fortunately, I think Scuderia behind me has done the same thing as well. So be careful here. This is a tricky point. You've got to brake in a straight line, feed off the brakes, try and get into first. I've not made the apex for this first one. Spun it on the second one. Oh, that's cost me some time. That's a free place for Scuderia. Pretty sure Wooly's meant to be at the back, so if he's got through to P4, he's done really damn well. Good job from Wooly. Right, let's see how we can fly Scuderia through here. That's a bit of a bump, that's no good. Concertina through there. Let's shift down, track some rotation through the car. Get a little bit of lift off there. Tap the apex, flat out again. He's in the grass. Take that to the inside, that's a free flop. We'll take that, P2. There are hassles in the lead. Now I can't track this, but if anyone wants to put another Hassel Pitwall donation in, that would really help me out. Langster and Cuzzy are already up to P4 and 5. They're doing really damn well. Goodness me. Right. See, Hassel's gone a bit deep there. So have I. Oh, I don't want to get spinning out on the side of the thing now. I've got a little bit of time to no Hassel though. Wooly's reading me in too, so we're doing okay. We're in P2. As they're starting to come around that back corner. There's a lot of them still backed up at the chicane there. Not too sure who that is. The Jovis is doing alright as well, down in P8. So he's not had a terrible start by any means. Let's try and get no hassle. He's gone a bit wide there. We've got momentum. Do we go too wide through chicane of death? You know what? We've got 10 people watching. Let's go. Oh, he's going to keep this one on us, isn't he? No, he's let me go. Alright, let's try and see if we can get a win in the bag here. Okay, Oh, I broke too late there, I think. Oh, that was very close, got the marbles. But, catch the oversteer, flat out. Hopefully, no Hassan and Willie have a bit of a fight, but I think Willie's going to have him up the hill with a better exit. So, Highlander Genesis, what we talk about here, I think it's a, from where it's right, it's a 3.8 litre V6. Not dissimilar from the one you get in the Nissan GTR, if it's not identical, I can't remember. But not to be confused with the Genesis G80. Of course, Hyundai Genesis then evolved into being their luxury standalone brand as Lexus Toyota. But with a big throaty V6 at the front, bound to send it on track for some racing, I'm sure. Doing pretty well so far. Gap to no hassle is now 1.5 seconds to try and get the score a bit better. I nailed it. Someone else tuned in. Good job. Not the exit though. Still got some work to do there. So let's see. That's 2 laps down. We've got 11.5 minutes left. So we're probably looking at about maybe an 8 or 9 lap race if I'm counting that right. I've been wrong before. Still not quite nailing that apex, but we've got to give it a try. Josh Wilson in the chat, they're saying, hey guys, keep up the racing, the donations. Again, £1,000 is a mind-blowing amount. Like, I've done charity fundraising at my workplace for Movember. That's close. That's a close shave for November. For Movember, we've had Flood Relief for Pakistan when I was at school, but I've never seen funds raised like this. I think apart from things like Red Nose Day or Macmillan Cancer Research, we had coffee mornings and things like that. But £1,000 to be a part of this, I'm incredibly privileged and overwhelmed and so proud of the community we've got behind us here at Amigos Racing Team. And if you want to get involved, hit the Discord link in the description below. If you're not a sim racer but you do want to contribute and help us out that little bit more to finding the cure for cancer, the charity donation link Just Giving page is also in the link below. You'll see I think our total was £1,048 before I hopped in the seat tonight. As that is a Beaver Boy in the chat. Thank you, Beaver Boy, for your kind comments and for your donation as well. I believe you donated earlier. It was very nice of you too. But yeah, over £1,000, it's a huge amount that's only going to improve people's lives. So thank you everyone so much for being a part in that. So I'm almost a part of the wall there. Speaking of being a part of the wall, it looks like No Hassle has now been overtaken by Wooly proper, and he's going to start bearing down on me with these next few tenths down the straight. Still gone slightly purple, but there's definitely more time in there. There's a 140 if I actually sort myself out. Hopefully, Lankster and Ryan is better in traffic. I say that. Ryan's badge set of 40.5, so they're going to swallow me up if I don't get them with this. Also, trying to keep you guys at home, enjoying the racing and interested. It's probably a bit more difficult trying to talk and race at the same time. And in fact, I think what I might do, giving these guys behind me a good laugh. Let's get them in the racing a bit more. There we go. Let's make Langston think about this one a little bit. Just a friendly nudge there, just to keep him fun. Go on then, bud. You go. They'll probably catch me later anyway, but you know, he's gonna keep me wide. He's gonna push me nice and wide. Good job. Let's try and follow him as close as we can. Tuck the wheel into the apex. He's compromised through there. Oh, we got a good run. We got some grass too. That's the wall. That's damage. Oh, and that's a spin. Oh, Cuzzy tried to save me. I appreciate the effort. Never mind. As Fiona Flowertops there from THG just popped to see how we're doing. Nice to see you in the chat there, Fiona. You've just witnessed me give up the lead willingly and then bin it. So let's see if I can make some progress here. Of course I want to make the racing more exciting, but I've just ruined my race anyway. Leah, I'm guessing that's Daddy Mike's alter ego in the chat there. Good evening. I hope you saw Daddy Mike's first win of tonight. He had a fantastically close race at Goodwood, made some incredible viewing, some of the best racing I've seen at ART, right down to the wire. One of the comments are saying that Elite was the person that introduced me to Amigos, got me to my first sprint series, can't see the rest, but I know it does say that it's always a good laugh racing with, I presume it's him or with the Amigos team. Thanks, people. That's always your kind words, much appreciated. And it really is a caring and developing community here at Amigos. I believe we're, I think, over 650 members strong as it stands. Of course, only looking to expand by offering a variety of leagues, championships. We've got sprint series, we've got endurance series. There is something for everyone who will be part of it here at Amigos, and it's only going to benefit your own racecraft and camaraderie on the game. I'm sure maybe we've had enough of the toxic daily race lobbies and being absolutely shafted by the penalty system, but we've got a different thing going on here. It's much more exciting, much more fun, and you really enjoy being a part of it. And again, events like this, which you might not normally get to do, they're an absolute pleasure to take part in. I've made some friends for life with these guys, I really have. And if you want to get involved, please hit the Discord link. Fee in the comments there as well saying I missed most of it. I was doing my mini Samba bus races. Well, that's very kind of us. It seems they're all building up. Oh, I hope not waiting for me. No, get a move on. Go. Gonna pick up the pace now. It's very kind of you guys. I'll stick it out here. Oh, is this a mobile chicane? Well, that's no hassle in the pit wall again, I think. Oh, that's me. Never mind. I was thinking this generosity doesn't come for free, does it? But no, I guess not. Oh, wow. That was a pump token I didn't know was in the works there. 1,085. Oh, so that's for another £20 to Ram Super Squid. Oh, we could wait for us again, couldn't you guys? Oh, I'm scared they are. That's a stationary car. Oh, that's an Abbott. Well, that's buoyed. That's okay. That's fine. Oh, they're not stopping in the chicane. They're not stopping in the chicane. I can't even steer. I've got permanent lock to the right. I'm crabbing. Oh, maybe I'll slow down just a little bit, I think. But I've still got damage. This is really bad to drive. This is really not looking good, guys. Oh, I've had some crazy moments when it's picking my way through the traffic, but this is going to have to be an absolute Tetris manoeuvre. Yeah, I'll take the boost. That's good. He's put the brakes on, but we knew it was coming. Oh, you know what else is coming though, don't you? This is not going to go well. I've got 5 minutes to run away. Mr. Lee, it's my favourite track. No, it's not my favourite track. I didn't actually pick this one. Well, so I picked the track at random, but I didn't pick the car. I think that was Elite's choice in the end. Fiona saying, nice one to wait on you. Yeah, but I don't think this one's going to be very nice, Fiona. Trust me. I'm checking my rearview mirror more than I'm checking the windscreen. Oh, I'm going to eat gravel here, I can feel it. Oh, maybe not. Kazzy's been a gentleman. Fair enough, Kazzy. But I feel there might be a jump on the brakes coming up here. I'll have to look. Got the inside. Oh, that's a very late move there from Lankster. He's put his nose in. I've got to give him some space. Oh, again! What have I done to deserve that one? No hassle's trying to have me on the rebound. Oh, they're all filing up now. This can't be good. I think while we're here, we'll wait for Dijovis because he's in 10th. He's not having a race. Let's see if we can all race together for the last bit. Because again, this whole thing I think has been about us racing together. And it's been such a great event to plan. I say great to plan, it's been an absolute pain in the bum to plan, but again, that all goes down to no hassle. He's been the body and soul of this whole project. And the community has really pulled together here to make the racing worthwhile. And I think with that said, we've got 3 minutes left as Jovo's going to plough into me. And I think now this seems to be takeout screen. I can see Wooly. It's trying to plan something quite devilish, I think. So let's see if we can find a way to sneak around the inside. Oh, that's a kill. Never mind. Oh, there's some brake checks going on here. Yep, Scuderia. I've had enough of you, mate. You got to go. Oh, it's going to be like 6 cars wide to death chicane at this rate. Oh, I think you can go first, Pedro, because you're very fast. Oh, I'm going to get killed again. Oh, no. Jovo's gone, though. That's okay. That's not me. Oh, ruined myself there. That's no good. 3 minutes left, maybe 2 more laps. Let's see. Fisa, a bit of shafting going on there. I do agree. All in the name of being a good sport and charity. But whoever Mr. Scuderia is, I've never raced him before, but I don't think I'm going to race with him ever again. I Right, let's see if we can't wangle something out of this race. As a... Oh, that's Mr. Scuderia in the grass. I shall sneak up the... Oh, that was nice. I like that move. Saw that thread the needle. Mrs. No Hassle. Well done, No Hassle, for organising. Amazing work for everyone that's donated. Huge amount of money to a very, I assume that says worthy cause on the end of my screen there. But thank you, No Hassle. Thank you, Mrs. No Hassle, for being the motivation, support behind the scenes as well. I'm sure Mr. No Hassle is extraordinarily grateful. And will hopefully reward you by taking you to the pit wall one day. Maybe when he proposes, who knows. Right, we've got enough time, maybe 1, maybe 2 more laps if we're really nippy. But I think these guys have stopped messing about, so it's time we put our foot down. As Ryan Spade, needs to put his foot into the tyre wall. Of course, those that know me know that my name is actually Lewis H. I guess it is hammer time. Black Flag Racing saying, just catching up with the king of the wasps. That's probably the most humiliating thing I've ever had to do on stream. But if it raised money for cancer research, then I'm not going to complain. So Pigstig is taking some very creative lines here, and I think I have to send it on him at this rate because I just do not feel safe there. Oh, and he's sent it on me instead. Fair enough. He's quick flash of lights to let him know that he's moving side to side like a roller coaster. Still gaining on Woody, so maybe they are lifting off just a little bit for me, which I suppose is nice, but also concerning. So I've already backed up in the last lap of the race. That could be very disconcerting. We're all actually very close. We'll keep it off the grass, just about. So apart from someone who spun it downhill again, not gone so well. I think Elite put this Hyundai. It's pretty hard to drive as a Pigstig's finding out the hard way. It's not so good in the brakes, or maybe I'm just not using full brake pressure, I don't know, but very good at picking up the speed, but not so great at binning it. I'll use all the brake force I can here. I've got the Fanatec GTDD, and being the idiot that I am, I thought, I'll get the low tail pedal as well, I'm spending all this money. And unfortunately, I think my left leg's probably a lot bigger than my right. By the time I get rid of it. Do I play F1 23? I've got F1, but I don't play it very much because I'm not particularly good. Stiggy, who you might have seen earlier, I've got a Cop career going with him that I actually need to finish at some point soon. But I don't play it particularly often. A good friend of mine who plays it competitively. He's in quite a big European league at the moment, so he came around and tried the DD not so long ago, and he just fell in love instantly. That No Hassle eats wool. Is that something that I've ever said before? Right, let's see if we can make some places. We're 4 seconds down on Woolly. I want to get this Honda stopped. And now I want to get it going again. Oh, they're not lifting off again. So I made a lot of time back through there. They're definitely lifting off. Black Flag TV saying me. What do you mean me? Are you the king of the wasps who I love unconditionally? Right, I've got to go now. Best apex I've had all race. Nice one. Still not catching Langster though. Not as much as I need to. Oh, I thought that a big send, but Pedro seems like a nice guy. It almost drops it off the curb though. There is a chance at a podium if I sort myself out these last few corners. I don't think I will, but it's worth a go. Let's brake a bit earlier. Conservative through here. Here we go. Let's go, guys. Come on, P3. He's going to make me work for it. But I think we're just going to snatch it off the line. Lang's going to have the win. William P2. And your boy, Super Squid, takes home P3 by the skin of his teeth. I'll take that. Wow. That was a good race, and I'm very glad to have taken part, at least in one race. We're not going to tune out just yet though. I do want to have a quick discussion with Langster and Elite if they are still around before we wrap up for this evening, but our current total after that one, £1,085. An absolutely incredible amount of money we've raised for Cancer Research UK. Hopefully they'll appreciate that. We don't even need a message back. It's just been enough of a souvenir, I think, this live stream. But I'm lost for words. I'm sorry, guys, at home, if you're still watching this, but I cannot put into words what a feat this is. Like, I say, for me personally, to be involved in such a great fundraiser as this has been a real privilege and a pleasure. But for Lancaster and Chris, who this will mean all the world to as well, it's just a small step on their road to recovery as well. I see Black Flag in the comments there saying that is incredible. You should be proud of all the work you've put in. Stephen Saunders, nice one to everyone that took part and donated. Fee saying good amount there for a good cause. Well done, everybody. And I think to wrap up then, I'll quickly grab the stars of the show for the final word, the closing statements, the closing remarks. Let's see if I can jump in somewhere that's not going to start exploding into loud music. So let's make another party. We'll just wait for all the guys to jump into the chat.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, guys, I said enough times on the stream that I don't know what to say. The total, as it stands, unless there's a couple more left to come in, is £1,085.
It's incredible. Amazing. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I really don't know what else to say. I'm blown away by the generosity of the community, by everyone involved. And
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for getting involved with it as well.
Yeah, just shout out to you both, Squid and Haas, for arranging all this, and
yeah,
you put on an incredible event, and obviously with our daily lives, well, especially with you guys working, and to put on this event for us has been mind blowing, and we really appreciate all the donations to our chosen charity.
And I say, like, I know this probably means it's not as big for you guys as well personally. You're not getting this money; it's different, but the fact that the awareness you're going to be bringing to this as well is second to none. I say that we've had another £5 now from Beaver Boys. That's 1,090 on the dot.
Oh,
it's just fantastic. Langston, have you got anything you want to say before we wrap up for this evening?
Other than just say a thank you for everyone that took part in this evening, whether you were watching on stream or you took part in the racing, and a special shout out to Elite, who obviously had a round of chemo today and sitting and participating in with us in comms and on chat. Amazing. And say once again to you and Alex for arranging all this. It's been a brilliant night.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you as well. Elite, anything you want to rock on?
Yeah, Lax has said it all really, but just blown away by the response we've had. Really, we were just saying in the lobby chat there that we should make this an annual event, not specific to me and Lancaster, but just in general towards cancer. Maybe have a specific day of the year where we do this, on an annual basis, and try and raise money every year for it.
Of course, I mean we could maybe do cancer or maybe mental health.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Or maybe something for Great Ormond Street Hospital. I don't know, but anything. Yeah. Once a year, I think we really did do an annual fundraiser.
Yeah, definitely. I know there's other people in the community as well that are suffering, illnesses. Some of them terminal. So, definitely something we should consider doing.
Well, again, thanks so much for being a part of this. And last, but by no means least, Alex, no hassle. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this, for inviting all of our community into it as well, because this is, I think, without a doubt, the biggest event we've had as Amigos Racing Team and the biggest impacting event as well we've ever had. So, from the bottom of all of our hearts, I think, thank you so much for putting this together.
You're welcome. We do it. We're a community. We talk for the community. Also, you know, you've got to remember what Lancaster and Elite have put into like sort of us. You know, whether it's decals, whether it's like sort of driver tuition. So, you know, it's giving something back, and I just felt the community wanted to do this, and it's been absolutely brilliant. Thank you for all who donated. Thank you, Squid, for doing all the stuff you do, whether it's write-ups, comms. It's brilliant, and sorry if I've bothered loads of people, but we've put an event on and it's fab. It's been absolutely fab.
You can't apologise for that. Absolutely not. You've done the world a favour. You've done cancer research a favour. You've done the community a favour. So don't apologise. and another shout out again must go out to Urban Pirate as well over at Black Country Sports Racing.
Thanks.
Please go and check them out. They've raised some money on their behalf as well, I'm sure, and they've again spread the good message. So thank you as well to them. I think it's gone up again now to £1,120.
Wow.
I mean, I could be here all night keeping track of this, but I don't think that'd be as much as interesting as the racing was. So I think,
amazing.
with all that said, with over £1,000 raised within the last pretty much like 2 months, I can only say thank you to the whole community from the bottom of my heart for this. And if you want to get involved in what I hope maybe will be next year's fundraiser, or any more events with Amigos Racing Team, just click the Discord link in the description below. We've got anything for anyone, whether you're a casual racer or a try-hard sweat like Lancaster is. There's something for everybody. But please get involved. We'd love to have you around for this time next year, I hope. With that, I think we're going to call it a night. So I've been Super Squid. You've all been the best people in the world. Look out for each other. Stay safe. Get yourselves checked if you're not sure. Be safer and don't be sorry. And most importantly, have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your week, rest of your lives. Take care now.
Cheers all.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.